Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the greatest show match of the year. Apologies for the short delay, but we are back on track now. I'm Detsy. I will be your host for today for the once-in-a-lifetime show match, sponsored by eNgage Focus Drink, between two of the biggest titans in G2 esports. So stay tuned to find out a little bit later on how you can receive free, yes, I said free trial pack to the eNgage Focus Drink. And so first things first, I will say that I'm filthy casual when it comes to Counter-Strike. Hence, why alongside me to provide us expert Counter-Strike analysis, we have Tom Biz, a legendary Star Ladder caster.
Legendary, wow.
Legendary, and you just got him back from the Copenhagen Games, is that correct?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that event. Definitely looking forward to seeing what Shox can do. Like I've already told you at least, but I'm a big Shoxy fan. So I'm very excited for this matchup.
Oh man, at the same time, I am looking forward to what Ocelot can do. Ocelot isn't known as one of the best Counter-Strike players, but in the past he has been known as one of the best World of Warcraft players, one of the best League of Legends players early on in the game. So I'm kind of excited to see exactly what his plan is going up against Shox and his fans. But so let's go ahead and explain what this show match is. So we're going to have a best of 3 between two teams led by the two G2 celebrities, Shox and Ocelot, who I'm sure that we all love and are familiar with. So in the red corner, we have the Allstars led by Ocelot. And against them in the blue corner are going to be the challengers, led by Richard Shox Papillon. So if you thought that being the captain of one of the best Counter-Strike teams out there was impressive, he's stepping it up now, and he is going to be leading a ragtag band of mercenaries made up of 4 fans.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this one. I think really, like, the best way we can really go about this though is letting like Ocelot explain this himself. I think that we should just go straight into one of our beautiful little interviews. Of course, we have a few of these to show you throughout the day. So I think number one, we've got the challenger, obviously Shox. He's the legend. He's the one who's already made his name in Counter-Strike, and we're just going to jump into a quick little interview with the man himself, Ocelot.
Hey there, this is Carlos Ocelot, the greatest player of all time that has ever played World of Warcraft and League of Legends. You may know me from any of those games, or you may know me from being a business owner. But anyway, I'm here to talk about, this is actually quite convenient. I'm talking about eNgage. We have a game, me plus 4 people that could be, or perhaps could not be, I have no idea, good at Counter-Strike, but they're very good at other games. Actually, I think Igor is one guy that I'm playing with that is very good at Counter-Strike. We're all playing against Shox and 4 fans, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. To be honest, I'm actually looking forward for this because I've been waiting for this moment for years, man. I've been training my AVP, you know. I had $4,750, you know. And what do you think happens? Do I buy a rifle and grenades, an armor? No, I buy an AVP. I go, how do you call that? When you have no armor, I go completely naked with my ult. I jump, and then I destroy the ult. So I'm looking forward to meet Shox. Whatever map, I think I would choose the map. I like Dust 2, so we may actually play Dust 2. I rush everywhere. That's my way of playing. Are we gonna win? I have no, possibly not. I will probably have 3 frags, but they will be great. You know, those 3 frags are gonna be highlights. I'm telling you that. So yeah, you should show up, watch our games, and perhaps you will learn a thing or two from the AVP master, Carlos.
Oh man, Ocelot is bringing a ton of energy to the match. Man, he really wants to take down Shox. You know, they have been working together for years now, but you know, I think this is probably the first time that they've ever been able to go head-to-head 1v1 on a big stage like this.
Yeah, no, I think that's definitely the case. Obviously, he's not really a Counter-Strike talent, not renowned for that, but he is the owner of G2, so maybe he's got something up his sleeve. Obviously, the Allstar French lineup at the moment being formed back in. I don't think, well, obviously, they're not currently playing at the Summit tournament, but yeah, they're definitely up and coming. They did well at Star Ladder. People were actually quite frightened that they'd be going straight into their first tournament and able to take things a little bit further than anyone expected. But I can actually see Shox in the chat just being like, it's going to be a quick 2-0. Don't worry, this is going to be over in no time. But I don't think this is live, so don't worry about any of this going on. They're just sort of warming up in the pistol round, or at least I hope they are. And in the meantime, I know that we can actually go and show you a little bit more about some of the other players in the tournament. I feel like you know about Shox, you know a little bit at least about Ocelot, but we can move on to some of the other players. And I think we should start, well, who should we start with? I think Igor, because at least from my perspective, don't really know too much about him as a player. Like, I've been in CS for quite a while, and I genuinely don't know too much about him.
Yeah, and I guess before that, but before we go into the All-Star players themselves, it seems a little bit unfair, right? That Shox has a team of 4 random fans on his side, while Ocelot has a bunch of All-Stars. But one thing to note is that a lot of the All-Stars who are playing with Ocelot, so the All-Stars that Ocelot have handpicked for his team, are not from Counter-Strike themselves. So yeah, so Igor is one of the players who is from Counter-Strike, but as you said, he's not too well known on this team. He plays for a team called Arctic Gaming, not to be confused with Arctic Gaming, right? With an R.
Yeah, there's a couple in there, but no, yeah, this is Arctic Gaming. Again, I don't really know too much about them, but he's at least in his bio not named the AWP, because I think every other player on the team has said that they want to be playing that AWP role. So a little bit worried with how the dynamic of that team is about to go down. He said his favorite map is Overpass. The server is currently sat on Overpass, so not a bad way to start. And then his favorite strat is Rush B Bliat, which I think is a pretty common one, actually. I think the Russians sort of like made that strategy, and rushing B on this map, actually really good. Like, that will work wonderfully a lot of the time. Catch a few people off guard. Now, moving away from him, another person who is actually involved in CS is going to be Tiny Lady. So I don't know if you want to walk through some of the information you have about her.
Sure. So she's from Madrid, Spain. Her name is Hosana Tiny Lady Kamicek. Sorry, Tiny Lady, if I said that wrong. But she is known in the scene and to her viewers as CSGO Mumi, because she is a mother to a baby girl named Chloe, and I believe that she is her joy and pride. In addition to that, she is a member of the G2 Esports Academy, and I think that out of all of the players, she might be one of the better players after Igor. She usually is at the top of the ranks, and she's always putting up a very good show on her stream.
Yeah, I think it said something like she was supreme, which is about my rank, so obviously that means she's excellent at the game, of course, because I am world class. But yeah, favorite strat is YOLO, which genuinely pains me to read that out loud. The legend says when pronounced, Tiny Lady guarantees herself 3+ kills. So going to be hoping to do that. Obviously 3+ doesn't help you too much if you kill 3 of the sort of other players, and Shox is the last one left. Also, I'm pretty sure in the interview we'll show later, she does say that she's going to be targeting Shox. So I think a lot of people in this game at the moment are just sort of want that thing above their head where it's like, I killed Shox in a match. Because I know I want that. Sure. I might have to go hunting on like DM servers to get that in my history in the future, but no, I don't think it's going to be the case. Now, well, obviously, we've already had a little bit of a look at Ocelot. We do still have his profile to go. But 2 of the players who actually come from Echo Fox, not really involved in Counter-Strike whatsoever. But at least with Neslo, it seems like he does have a little bit to talk about when it comes to at least shooting games, because he has come from, of course, Call of Duty.
Yeah, so Neslo is one of our 2 players here on the Allstars from Echo Fox. He's a professional Call of Duty player. In addition to that, he's a Twitch streamer and a YouTuber. One of the most interesting things about Neslo is that he has an extensive background in so many games, including FIFA, Call of Duty, Quake, Counter-Strike Source, and Halo. So I think that he might be one of the main contenders on the team. He might be objectively the best first-person shooter on their team. I think that his favorite game of all time is Counter-Strike 1.6.
Yeah, definitely not a bad trait to have when you're about to play CSGO. Now, we are actually into the knife round. This, I have been told, is live. So, Shox already getting off with a good start. Now, obviously, Detsy, I know that when it comes to Counter-Strike, you are a bit of a scrub. I'm going to throw you under the bus.
Yeah.
You don't know too much. Knife rounds in this game, normally not too important. A lot of the maps, obviously, you're playing both sides, so that's not a problem. You want to play both sides, but CT start, important on this map, and we are going straight into the pistol round. We actually have 2 players with utility for this CT side. T's, they're just going straight for the Angels, and we are seeing Rush B, the strategy already spoken about. Now, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Awesome, maybe Awesome. Is it Awesome? I think his name's Awesome. That's what I'm calling him. And already trades across the board. Actually going to go back to a 3 versus 3. Awesome doing the damage at the moment. Obviously, Shox is a pistol god, but at the moment, doesn't seem like he's needed at all as the Allstars have just been destroyed by Mr. Awesome himself.
Oh, wow. So kind of walk me through what these players need to do, because I know that these players, so normally we're used to professional players or professional strategies at this level, and probably the bands under the level of Shox. Oh my gosh, and the bands under the guidance of Shox. What do you think exactly their strategy is going to have to be?
Well, I think Shox has been saying that he's just playing a much more supportive role, but as I say that, he's just run straight out mid. What is this? This is not the sort of strategy you see normally. Like, Shox is one of the players that when you talk about aggro, okay, maybe he will be making those sort of plays, but that was just mean. Just completely destroyed 2 players early into this round. Well, it's looking like the Shox and Fans. Oh, okay. How'd you say that? Has just done damage to Shox, so maybe he's trying to kill him as well. But that was an easy cleanup. And also, something we could talk about as well is in terms of the meta of Counter-Strike at the moment, this UMP, it's an SMG, ridiculously overpowered. And I am absolutely loving this. Shox just with the pure BM. Just, it's only the beginning, Carlos. It's going to be hard.
Oh man, already so intense. So are the Allstars not really putting up much of a fight? Is it that they can't compete with the level that Shox is at?
It's just ridiculous. Oh, I was wondering how much effort Shox is going to put into this. He's just decided to... well, he's just got 4 kills running in. Ace has been denied, and it was Ocelot to kill him. Already Ocelot at least getting one on the board. Now, at this point in the game, it's not too much to worry about. It has to be said. That was just the anti-eco rounds. The thing that is to worry about, double AWP setup on the T side is not something you see, especially going into round number 4. So, yeah, this is already looking like a bit of a sketchy strategy out from eNgage Allstars. Obviously, do have to talk about them a little bit as our sponsor in this matchup, but for now, at least, I don't think Shox is taking this lightly at all. Going very aggressive. Neslo actually going to take him down, so the man himself is out. Not going to have any more love in this round, at least.
I mean, that kind of goes back to our predictions, right? Naslo being just a god at first-person shooters. Maybe you could even say a prodigy in first-person shooters. Although he hasn't probably touched Counter-Strike in quite a while, he is putting up a very good show.
Yeah, decent start at least. Well, if you're out AWPing Shox at the beginning of a game, you're doing all right. He's a player that's very dynamic in Counter-Strike, a star of this game. Ocelot as well, a little flick of the wrist to open up this B site. And now it's down to actually 2 of the Fans. Awesome with, well, a great start in that pistol round. Is going to be actually rotating that around. He's kind of out of the action, though. And his teammate is dead. There's not really much you can hope to achieve. In this sort of scenario, you want to be saving. The thing I'm... There's now 3 AWPs over on the T side. They've picked up another one. That nade not quite going to be able to dunk onto one of the remaining players. And this is sort of one of those situations where in a normal game you might see a save come out, but obviously this is a show match. He's going for style points and Mini is going to deny him. So 3-1 will be a buyback up from the CT side. So they've still got money to play with. And I feel like what we're seeing at the moment, I was going to say the CT side making sort of more normal plays, but then we've seen a P90. And for anybody who knows me, I hate the P90. I think it is trash, and I think anybody who buys it is wrong.
But is the P90 a good beginner weapon? It is, right?
I would see. The thing is though, it's like it's the way you look at it as a beginner, because like, okay, fair enough, running and gunning, it can work for you if you're not very good at the game, but if you continue to use it, you're never going to be particularly good at the game. There's a couple of players who might bring it in every once in a while, like M Elite, one of the female pro players. Actually, I think it's when you sub to her, it says welcome to like the P90 army or something like that. She is very much an advocate for that weapon, but it genuinely enrages me, and I have told her that before.
Oh man! And then one of the weapons that have recently been updated is the Negev, right? I wonder if any of these players are going to be saving their money for
It's
some
$2 grand
Negev
now.
action.
It's $2 grand.
It's $2 grand.
That's
rather than like $5 grand before, right?
Yeah, 5,000. I think it was 750 before. It's now $2 grand. So they really have taken that weapon out. I'm looking at Awesome though. Is he going to go for a Stewie 2K-esque play? He's actually playing relatively carefully. I do know there is a bit of a stretch in terms of ranks. I think we've got a couple of Supremes in there and then a Gold Nova 2. And I'm wondering if Ichibilo may be the Gold Nova 2 just because he bought the P90, and that automatically makes me think that he might be the lower scale. But you never know. He might just be in for a little bit of BM. Mini. Actually going to open up this site as well. They're not doing badly so far. I haven't really seen anything too worrying other than the amount of AWPs that they're buying. I think that's the real scary thing for this team at the moment is the AWPs and Igor from behind able to catch one. But Shox is still alive. He doesn't want to die to Ocelot either, so I think he might actually just go for this round. There's not much time left on the clock, so they will have to push back into the site. And look at Shox is going up, just cruel. Absolutely destroys them. And yeah, I think we did speak a little bit at the beginning of the game, like, how hard is Shox going to be trying? Maybe throwing in some, like, weird weapons or doing something a little bit silly. That was just a normal play from him. Just jumping up on the box and just wrecking Ocelot.
Goodness. Ocelot, I think Ocelot is going to have to come up with some strategy because obviously the skill difference between them is worlds apart. I'm not sure exactly what he or his team can do to kind of halt the aggressive approach from Shox here.
Ocelot, hello! He was shot onto the site. Oh, his team's all dead though. It's all Ocelot. And Shox is showing no mercy at this point in time. He's currently top of the scoreboard, 13-2. I think one of the only deaths he's had was to Ocelot, which I think will hurt his self-esteem a little bit, but it may just make him angry, and I don't think that's something you want. Will Ocelot buy a glass cannon AWP? Yes, he will. Hey, we saw it in the interview. He said he's going to go naked, and that's exactly what he's doing right now.
But still, at the same time, even getting killed once by Ocelot, I don't think he's ever going to let that down, is he?
Oh, no. That's the sort of thing that no matter what happens, is yeah, but there is now video evidence of me killing you in a game. And I think it was actually the round that they won as well. So Shox maybe just throwing that one. Not having any chance. He's not going to do it here. I can't believe how he's actually just playing properly. Like, that's what I'm more surprised by. Just no mercy from Shox. He will actually die again. It's Ocelot. Ocelot picking him up once more. So 2 of the 3 deaths. Even has time to BM him a little bit in chat.
Maybe we need to give Ocelot a new nickname. We need to give him the Shox Killer.
Yeah, his kills are Shoxing. That's all you have to say.
Oh man, I think his kills are opful.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it was really bad. But Ops, you know, Ocelot said that he is a glass cannon. He just likes to go in there YOLO, try to get a few kills there and just die in the process. I think the op is one of the most frustrating things for maybe some of the newer players who are here. So maybe some of the pros who aren't from Counter-Strike, or maybe one of the fans who aren't extremely high level. The op is like really hard to play against. How exactly, from a beginner's perspective, should you play against an op?
Run at them. Genuinely, just run.
Just Shox style.
Just because that's the sort of panic mode. If you get rushed by an AWP, I'm liking this. Can I Trifnix? That name's hard to pronounce. Nope, not going to be able to do it. Neslo will actually get them a second round on the board. Now, in terms of like normal Counter-Strike, you talk about this map being CT-sided. Even when he's killed, Shox is just like, yep, lucky. But yeah, this map is CT-sided, so if the T's can get like a decent amount of rounds, it's definitely possible. Obviously, the CT side actually... See, this is what I like. Like, I was expecting genuinely just buy every round, do stupid stuff, but they're actually playing with the economy here, like saving their money, making sure they can invest into the next one. Shox actually has himself a Deagle, which in history at least has always been deadly. The rest of the team actually not buying any armor, and he's got himself a kit just in case, but Neslo actually doing quite well so far. I am impressed, although it pains me to say, because he is a Call of Duty pro, and basically Call of Duty is just a horrible, horrible game. But let's move away from that. Eagle with the jumping headshot. Counter-Strike things. Just Counter-Strike things. And now Ripper. Well, he's left with just the Deeg. Can't really hope to do too much.
I mean, that's exactly my thoughts, because, you know, a lot of the All-Stars, they do have a background in Counter-Strike. But the fans, they're kind of wild cards, right? We do know we do know some of the rankings. They range from, like, Gold 2 to Global Elite. I think there's one guy on there who's Global Elite.
I think we had, didn't we have a list somewhere? I'm pretty sure we were given a list of who was what rank. If I remember correctly, I think Awesome was one of the top ranks. And
yeah, so Awesome is Global Elite. While Strecky is Gold 2, so not sure exactly not sure exactly what they're going to do with kind of a mixed range of skilled players there.
We've seen the P90 again. And this is actually a bit of a risky buy. There's not a whole lot behind it. They really are relying on the 1 or 2 rifles that they've managed to get in play. Don't have any utility. And they've actually already got 3 players over towards this B side. Awesome going very aggressive. Eagle caught looking the wrong way. And now they're just going to have to push. They've been completely surrounded. Ocelot gets taken down as well. Chagrook able to pick up 1, and he's going to go pushing, doing a lot of damage, wrecking the All-Stars in this round. And Shox will be there to finish things off at the end of it. CT side building themselves up. And well, the thing is, like, the way that the economy is going in this game, the T side are so reliant on getting those AWPs. They want them so badly. We've seen it all the way through this game. Neslo even going to pick up 1 now. Again, glass cannon, which on the CT side I wouldn't be too frustrated by, but on the T side you don't really do it. It's so risky, especially on overpass. But then again, if you got players just rushing like this is a BM round. This is where they're just trying to show their dominance. The Shox and Fans team is going aggressive towards middle at the moment, and Shox actually going to be just being a little bit sneaky. Trying to just hold in party. Waiting to see if somebody will push onto him. They're actually going to be still around this area. Ocelot. Oh, I think he knows he's there, and Ocelot's going to get him again. Doesn't seem to be Shox's day. I think that's, wait, so he's died 5 times. 3 of the times has been Ocelot. So that's his kryptonite at the moment. The G2 owner showing his worth. Killing Shox.
He is showing his worth as an owner and also owning Shox. But that said, you know, Shox and Fans are still pretty comfortably ahead, aren't they?
It depends, because, like, obviously in a normal game, you would say that actually the team are doing too no scope. Okay.
Oh my god.
Awesome, throwing out a little bit of style. Nesso actually has the bomb though, and an AWP, so he might not be in too much of a problem. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this plant spot, but considering he knows where both the CT players are, not really too bad a scenario to be in. I'd like to see something here from him. Gonna go for the peek, trying to spot out one of the players. I think he has seen him. Going for the wall back, misses though. Needs to get the second. Oh, this is just horrible. Echavelli eventually able to get that kill. But yeah, in a sort of normal scenario, this wouldn't be too bad for the T side at all. I think they're looking for sort of maybe 6 rounds. That'll be decent over on the T side. But it's sort of questionable either way, because within this team, they are going to have like big weak points because just players not playing Counter-Strike too much. I'm actually impressed. I'm impressed by Ocelot, to be honest. The fact that he is currently 8-8, even on the scoreboard. It's only Neslo above him, who is, as we've already said, an FPS gamer.
God, yeah.
But you've gone with God. I've gone with gamer because he plays Call of Duty, so I'm not going to call him a God.
Oh, the thing is that I wonder if Allstar actually practiced for this. I wouldn't put it past him, because Allstar is one of the most competitive people you'll ever meet, whether it's in gaming or in anything else, which kind of explains why G2 has risen to such a dominant point in such a short period of time.
It's a nice shot, but Shox is just a little bit better. Okay, you're only in the academy, buddy. You're not going to do as well as Shox. He just finishes them off. 17-5, styling with the AWP. And we see him do this all the time in G2, actually. So obviously, primary AWP for that team, Kenny S. But in G2, if they've got the money, if they've got the ability to do it, you may see a secondary AWP. How can you have so many AWPs?
Oh my
Oh,
gosh, it feels
Allstars
like
actually picked up an
though.
SG. This is a
Okay.
weapon that's come into style a little bit on a couple of players. Oh, that is a nice shot though. Headshot straight onto the site. He's still going. I think we should have an Ocelot cam for this round. He said he's going to be rushing everywhere. That's exactly what he's going to be doing in this round. Just waiting patiently. It gets the second as well. Picking up both. Tiny Lady's got another. It's only going to be Shox and Chagraw left. Shox able to bring one back, but this has all been a little bit of an elaborate ruse. The T side just being baited out. Or CT side, sorry, as Ocelot has pulled every single player over towards that B site. Leaving just Chagraw left. And he's in the wrong place. Wonderful fake from Ocelot. Gets 3 kills as well. I think, yeah, he's top of the board. He's top of the board for his team. So, Neslo may be FPS God. Tiny Lady may be part of their academy and a streamer of CSGO. But the best player in the server, at least for the T side, is going to be Ocelot.
Wow, Ocelot. Ocelot was not the player that I expected to be carrying the Allstars.
No, that was a big round as well. Did a lot of damage over towards that CT economy, so I'm still waiting for some proper BM though. Like, I want to see a PP Bison, or I want to see like an R8 or a weapon that just doesn't come into play. It looks like Igor needs pause. Oh, he actually doesn't. He didn't have a weapon at least at the beginning of this round. Should be okay. Shox is in an aggro spot once again, playing close, hoping that somebody will come running through the smoke. Neslo is going to be waiting. Shox is playing ridiculously aggressive already. Could be picking up the first, but he's not done yet. Looking for more, but Neslo denies him. Taking him down. Actually picks up a second as well. They're doing quite a lot of damage in this round, and now we're left onto just 2 players left. The T's looking like they may be able to get a 5th on the board here. Only 2 players able to deny. Ocelot looking for the frag. He's going to pick it up as well. Definitely looking like there is something here for him, and maybe, well, you never know. Maybe he'll be joining the G2 roster soon. A new substitute for their team.
Oh man. Also, I think Tiny Lady is putting a pretty good show herself, isn't she?
I don't know. We haven't seen too much from her yet. Like, she's pretty quiet. I think the people running the show have been Ocelot and Neslo. Like, as I said, Neslo's not that surprising. Igor, the fact that he's 5 and 13 and he actually plays Counter-Strike, that's worrying. Yeah, like, he needs to step up, otherwise I think his career may be going down the toilet.
Oh god.
So will mine.
Poor Igor.
Hey,
God.
I can't praise Ocelot when he's not a CS player and then not BM Igor when he is a CS player.
Right. It's only fair.
It comes both ways, and well, it's actually gonna be a straight eco at the moment for the CT. They really are taking this very seriously. Shock's gonna pick up a deagle. Ocelot confident enough to try and just walk out onto the site, and Shox is just gonna say goodbye to the owner of G2. Not going to allow him to get away with too much. Obviously, he's got to sweet talk him a little bit and say, you know what, I don't want to get fired, so I can't just destroy you every round.
I mean, he wouldn't get fired. He might get demoted, but
what he's going to be put in the G2 Academy. And
yeah, he's gonna put him in the G2 Academy.
we'll
and
see
then
Tiny Lady step up to the big league.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here we go. Igor, nope, there's still only one. Denied by the pistol. This would be a horrible round to lose. Awesome. Stepping up and able to pick up a double himself. This is getting a little bit worrying. This is not the sort of round that you want to lose when you're on the T side. This was a flat eco. That's ridiculous. Mini just shoots straight through the smoke. Is able to pick up one for himself. Shox actually got the wrong read here. Going back towards the B side. Maybe expecting a rotation from them. Either that or he's read this so far in advance as the bomb does look like it's slightly falling back. Mini with the AWP. Could be looking for something on the side. There's a player in the corner at the moment. That will actually be Chagraw, but he only has a deagle. Awesome as well is there to support him as the cross comes in. He's gonna just completely miss. Oh, that is horrible. Doesn't connect anything, but Awesome is there. Mini now left alone. He's only got 15 seconds to play with, so he needs to get his running shoes on. But the problem is,
and he's dead.
He's in a crossfire. Yeah, there's nothing that he can do. He has to hit the instant shot, and Shox not going to allow him to do that. Big round once again from Awesome. It seems to be the deadly duo at the moment of him and Shox. Able to carry this one forward, and now it's going to have to be a force buy. Tiny Lady's still going to be buying an AWP. I wonder what Ocelot will buy. He's sort of been the dynamic player in this one, picking up a few different weapons, but he's actually going to go naked AWP once again. He doesn't need those clothes.
Yeah, but speaking about clothes, Ocelot, one of the funniest quirks I think from him is that he is a huge advocate of scarves. So I believe that he has like a massive collection of scarves, probably hundreds of scarves. So I'm not sure if he brought his lucky scarf here today, but I would not be surprised if that was the case because he is doing extremely well.
He's actually going to get the first pick once again. Quite a few players on this side at the moment. Neslo supporting. And Mini going to get another. They're actually opening up this site completely. Shox will be coming in on the flank though. And look at them all just lining up for him. He's got 2 players in his sight. None of them watching for the flank. Tiny Lady going to turn around though. And Shox, this is not how it's supposed to be going. How is he taking this easy? That's just 4 kills walking back into the site. Shox does not want this to go anywhere near close. Just absolutely destroying his opposition. And well, he's not going to get the ace. Awesome will steal that away, but... I just don't even know anymore. That is like absolute destruction. He just got 25 kills in the first half of a game. That's ridiculous.
Oh, because the thing is that I kind of expected Shox to be a little bit more passive, right? Kind of try to support his fans. But no, he is in the front. He is basically Alexander the Great, just carrying the entire team.
Well, the thing, you can watch what he's doing here. For example, he is actually dropping like Tech 9s to his teammates, allowing them to have the majority of the firepower. But at the same time, I feel like there's no way he's going to let Ocelot win this game. He's just not going to let it happen. He basically talked too much trash in those interviews, and Shox now has to put him down. And well, it's horrible. Okay, Tiny Lady, maybe she's the queen of the USP. That's a nice start, at least. Igor as well, pushing back in. Maybe the restart will help him out a little bit in this round. Jaguar, however, will finish him off, but Ocelot in from behind leaves it onto 1. Looking for the clutch. It's going to be Trinix. That name you can't say quickly. It's just impossible. But the CTs, they're going to get the pistol. And that's the important factor. Able to get the economy going early and try and build up some cash in the next round.
Okay, so the score is 10-6. The eNgage Allstars are falling a little bit far behind. What do you think the Allstars need to do in order to get back to them?
I would say maybe stop buying so many AWPs. I think they're not really working as a team very well. It's more just like individual challenges. And actually, already this is looking a little bit worrying that the force buy will pay off. Shox, he's got Neslo down to 1 HP. He just brutalizes him, absolutely destroys him in this round. Igor actually doing great work though on the site. They're still waiting to see what this guy can do. He is an in-game leader for his team, so he should be the one calling the strats, calling the shots. Mini actually bought an MP7. Now this is a weapon that only a couple of players use. I think MBK and Apex, 2 other French players, are 2 that I can name that will actually pick this weapon up. Mainly because the UMP is just cheaper, has the same reward, and is just better. So that's why you don't see it very often. But maybe it's a personal preference thing. We'll see whether or not you can make it work. FAMAS as well. It's not really something that comes into play too often, but it is an okay rifle. And Igor, so far at least, has been making things work. And I'm liking the angle he's currently holding as well.
Definitely. I think Igor is going to take this one.
Oh, I don't know. Shox is still alive. He's not been mucking about. And you're going to get both. Okay. Igor with the clutch just destroys them on the site, takes them both down, and makes that look easy.
The bomb, yeah.
He makes that look very, very easy. So maybe we're not going to be going too far the other way. The bomb going down does actually mean there'll be a little bit of extra money. I think Jaguar may be saving up for an AWP on the other side, or just forgot to buy. We'll have to wait and see on that front. And I wonder if Shox is actually calling in this. I wonder if he's making the decisions, because they are actually going to invest into this one. This is a little bit risky. They've still got a bit of money saved up so they can possibly buy if they get a bomb plant, but clearly just feeling confident. And Ocelot, well, going straight for an AWP once again. This could be perfect. Pop flash out, looking for that first kill, and he'll find it as well. But they're going to come rushing onto the site. Look to try and get as close as possible. But Mini, MP7, maybe it is a gun that should be brought back into the meta, as he'll actually be able to pick up a double for himself, make some money, and they'll win that one flawlessly. They'll not lose a single player.
It looks like Igor is really picking this game. We were talking a bit before how Igor, you know, he should be one of the players carrying the team, but he wasn't doing too well in the beginning, and I think a lot of that has to do with just playing with a new team, right? It's basically a pickup group where they've never played with each other at all, and I think Igor is really starting to get the hang of it.
We'd hope so. After the years and years of
After years, I think he's played like 1.6 since like 2004.
Just looking at the chat. Ocelot just got absolutely destroyed. And now he's handed an AWP over to Shox. This is worst case scenario. Literal worst case scenario. And Igor, he's gonna have a Molotov. Oh, oh, hello. Boost spot. Oh, he tries to, he waits too long. Wanted more players to actually go past him, and he gets caught because of it. This is not even an investment round for the T side, so you don't want to be seeing this go the other way. Tiny Lady, she's got the ult. She's in heaven.
Tiny Lady and Mini, the only ones left. They're gonna be forced to carry this one on their own.
That was a nice shot. Actually able to pick up one. Looking for a little bit more now. They don't have any armor, so this could be perfect situation for actually the retake to come back in.
It's getting intense.
A lot of work still to be done. They don't have any utilities, so they can't really clear them. And Shox still with that AWP is going to be dangerous, but it's actually awesome to pick up one. Mini able to get another back, and just sort of walking around each other at the moment, both looking for that peak. Mini with one. Shox just going to be waiting. He's so patient in these sort of scenarios. It just switches to the Deagle. Makes that look so easy. And they'll actually win a full eco round. That's going to be hurting. But Igor, easy Carlos.
Oh, what was that? He says, what was that? You know, Echofox Mini.
What is this by?
Whoa. So, explain to me what just happened here.
They've gone full dumb mode. Like, they've just lost the plot of how to play Counter-Strike.
Oh my god.
Look at it. We screwed up our
This has
strat.
got to be Ocelot's direction, right? This has got to be
I don't
Ocelot's
think so, by what he just typed.
But
I don't think so. This is, yeah. I knew that there was a lot of players that like to AWP on their team, but this is ridiculous. And
oh my god.
there's no way in hell that they're winning this round. No way in hell. Like, that's a lovely shot from Ocelot, but...
So what happens now? So what happens now, all of them buying ops? What does it mean for like the future rounds here?
If they all buy AWPs, they lose. And unless they get picks, and they're just not. They needed to basically hope that the Ts were playing very, very slow, but they've been speeding things up quite a bit, so that was a level of madness. I don't think that was planned, I'll be honest. I think they just made a big mistake with their buy, and yeah, they've been punished for it. The T's actually going to be able to pick some of those up as well, which... What
an awkward coincidence there, huh? Hey, you got an op, I got an op too. Yeah, so Mini is one of the players who probably has the least experience in Counter-Strike. I don't think he even plays Counter-Strike. He comes from H1Z1. So maybe he's just kind of using his first-person shooter skills from that and carrying it over. And he's not doing the worst, I think. Definitely not the worst.
Yeah, no, actually, from some of the stuff that he's been doing, it really hasn't been too bad. He's actually above Tiny Lady. And what you have to remember is he's actually in America as well, so 153 ping. Going to make things actually quite difficult to play. So he's one of the players I actually do have some sympathy for, because in comparison to everyone else in the server, his internet is just going to be so much worse. He doesn't connect well, so a little bit unfortunate with that one.
Yeah, speaking about Tiny Lady and Mini, they have both kick the bucket here.
I shouldn't be expecting much in this round, though. This is just a very small amount of investment just to try and do a little bit of extra damage to the T-side money. So, really just hoping for maybe a couple of style points, but nothing. Just going to be the basics. I'm still waiting for a little bit of BM. I want to see a PP Bison. Mind game.
It looks like... Also, it looks like the Allstars are basically out of money now. I'm not sure what they're going to be doing moving forward.
Yeah, the Allstars fully invested, so
How exactly would you approach this now from the Allstars after that op round?
Well, the big problem is, like, we're seeing a lot of very fast, aggressive plays. No surprise, because this is Shox. This is also, like, an all-star team, but really, you've just got to have the utility to be able to slow down the pace. Like, incendiaries have smokes. That's not something they're able to play with. Shox absolutely decimating Neslo. How many kills has he got now? 34. Yeah, definitely not taking this one lightly. Obviously wanting to really hurt Ocelot as much as possible by just embarrassing him. And, well, Tiny Lady, decent position. We'll be able to bring this back. Actually, the CT side looking pretty good in this round. Leaving it on to just shots. 4 people to find. This would have to be something absolutely ridiculous, but...
It looks like the Allstars are going to be taking this one. Yeah.
Oh, he misses! A whiff! Not this time, Shox. Igor is going to be taking you down. He's actually moving up the board as well now, catching up to Ocelot. I think we've seen Neslo slow down a little bit on the CT side, and... Well, big thing for the T's at least, they win that round with Eco, like the one previously, so that has just built them up enough money, and it's happening again! Why have they've got triple ops. Triple
ops. Oh my god. And I'm not sure if we've even seen them be too great with the ops. You know, I think Allstar has gotten a lot of kills with that, but I'm not sure about the others.
Igor hasn't been picking it up too often, but he'll be able to get himself the first pick. Neslo with the second as well, and Igor, okay, maybe this is why he hasn't been playing too well. He's just styling. 4 kills. Lovely stuff. And he's going to be moving right up the board now, catching up to Ocelot, who's about to lose his mantle. Okay, maybe Igor's just realized. He's like, okay, Shox has been putting his foot on the pedal a bit. I better put mine down, put my foot down, and start really picking up the pace. And, well, Shox has gone all in this round. The rest of his team saving their money. Shox is going to buy an AWP. I think the strategy this round is, okay, guys, leave it to me.
Yeah, Shox on the AWP. A lot of the others are just using their pistol right now. Yeah, Shox with 34 kills compared to Igor and Ocelot on the other team having 20 apiece.
Where to boost him?
Oh
I love it.
God.
I actually love it. This is just basically, rather than him helping out his teammates, he's just using them. You shall be my footstool for this round.
I mean, they're all different types of captains out there, right? And I guess this is the type of captain he is.
Awesome. Actually able to get a kill as well. This AWP isn't going to be the first to get a pick. Now, the real problem in this round, at least, is that because there's so many pistols on the side of the T's, the likelihood is they're going to group up and go somewhere quickly, which means that only having one rifle over on that CT side could come back to haunt them, and, well, now they have none. It's just going to be AWPs. Not really the best case scenario. So, Tiny Lady, oh, God. She has to hit some crazy shots here, and she's already being closed down. When it gets up close, this is where this AWP really isn't too valuable. Gonna go for the no-scope. I think she actually hits that as well, but it's through the wall. Doesn't do enough damage. The Shox just about gonna survive. And are they gonna go all the way through A back towards B? This is just mean. Ocelot's currently pushing out of the site. Has absolutely no idea that he's now in the wrong place. Tiny Lady will be getting one. Ocelot is literally just... He's walking in the wrong direction. He's right...
Oh, he realizes.
No, he doesn't. He's going the wrong way. And now he's coming back.
Oh my god, Ocelot.
He has been completely bamboozled out of this round, and now they're all set up waiting. Ocelot will actually be able to get one back in, but just Chugs are up close. And now, well, Shox, he doesn't muck about when he's got to kill Ocelot. That's where he puts his try-hard pants on and just makes sure that he can kill him.
I think that was a bit of a throw there from Ocelot, realizing just a little, gonna back up his teammates, and they all ended up just kicking the can.
We'll be able to buy back up though. Ocelot can still get his AWP as well, so he's happy. Actually gonna go for an aggressive peek over towards this connector, but there's nobody there at the moment. Smokes will be in, but this is just gonna be a rush straight through. Tiny Lady able to pick up the first kill, looking for a little bit more, doing some good work with the FAMAS. Shox still on the AWP. Wants that pick, can't quite find it. Tiny Lady gets no-scoped. Absolutely wrecked. And well, now it's on to Neslo. He walks back in. Actually, Shox is pretty low. Maybe there's a chance, but he's still just rattling off shots.
What's happening here? Is this gonna be a 1v1?
Oh, actually. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Shox
It's
versus
down to Shox and
Ocelot.
Ocelot.
He spotted the scope. He knows where he is. Actually hits the leg shot. You're gonna try and kill him with the nade. It's not quite enough. So low on HP.
The thing is, Shox is favorited here because he is the more seasoned player, but I think he must be feeling the heat. He does not want to lose this one.
This is for the ace. He gets one more kill. He's killed everybody on the other team, so he does not want to lose this. You know that if an ace is denied... Look, he's even typing in the chat.
What does Ocelot need to do here, Tom? What does Ocelot need to do?
To be fair, what he's doing, I think, is the right call. Because Shox has to get the bomb, but now it's going to become a lot more difficult because Shox has managed to retrieve it without going down. And I think he's planted this for Heaven so that he could just run away and not actually have to take any sort of fight. Oh, is he just going to... I don't think he knows where Ocelot is anymore. Because Ocelot was gone for so long.
Isn't he?
He's still got plenty. He doesn't have a kit, though. That's the only thing that really has to be worried about for Ocelot. But there's one on the floor, so he'll be able to pick that up. The only real problem will be defusing that bomb. He's just got to make sure that he spots it, but he's clearing all these angles. Is he going to expect... He's actually going to expect it! No, he doesn't shoot the gun! Oh, that is... He didn't see him in the corner. Shox is just going to get away with that one, and he aces that round. 42 kills for Shox.
Man, I think that would have been a huge morale boost for the All-Stars. If Oslo was able to take that kill, they could have maybe turned it around. But I'm not sure exactly what they're gonna have to do moving forward now. That might have just killed their morale.
Well, the other thing is, only one more round, and this has been won. Flashbang is not working at the moment. But they've only got pistols. They've got to try and win this round, otherwise the first map is done. And it's not going to be the start that they wanted. And already going to be losing another player over towards that connector. Tiny Lady is able to bring one back, and still not looking good, though. Igor, he has to try and clutch this one for his team. He is the professional player. But I just don't think it's possible. They're just nading him to oblivion. Trying to make sure he goes down towards the end. And Shox, Shox's position is just mean. He's setting up for the dive. He's just waiting towards that bomb. He's hoping that Eagle will walk in and try and defuse him. He's actually just running around. Shox is just playing with his food at this point. Just absolute bullying. So he's just playing the bomb. Oh, that is just a brutal way to finish off that. First map done. Shox ends with 44 kills, which is disgusting. But I think now, after that game is ended, the first one at least, I think this is where I should throw over to you to talk about why we're actually doing this.
Sure. So what we're doing here is a show match. We have 4 winners of a giveaway that we had earlier of an eNgage campaign. So for those of you who are here in the beginning, eNgage is a focus string, right? And it's one of G2 and Echo Fox's and Arctic Gaming's newest sponsors. So eNgage is the first all-natural focus drink that promotes focus for everyone, including gamers, grinders, students, businessmen. And the approach is using all-natural, high-quality ingredients to prevent, the crashing that you get from some of the other big energy drinks out there. So we have 2 products for you. The first is eNgage, which is the red can. It's meant to help you energize and focus. While the second one is cleverly called disengage. It's to help you focus, but rather than energizing you, it calms you down. So for limited time, eNgage, we're offering you, a free trial pack. So it's a pack of 2 cans, 1 of each, and this also includes free shipping. So it's a free trial pack, 2 free cans, free shipping. If you are in the UK or the EU, then you are eligible to get one of these free trial packages. So you can see on the screen here, basically just go to the website and give us
in the
your
description as well. So you can just scroll down below Twitch and it will tell you everything you need.
Below Twitch, click on that link. Go ahead and just put your shipping details, and that is basically it. We also have a program where you can refer a friend to be entered in a raffle to win an exclusive eNgage mini fridge. Yeah, so this focus drink, this focus drink is one of the most up and coming drinks out there. So just go ahead and try that. There's no cost to you. and see what the rage is all about. All of the G2 guys extremely love it.
Yeah, and well, just so that we have a quick breather, we only managed to watch one of the interviews so far. We saw what Ocelot had to say. We saw sort of him talk a little bit of game. It didn't work out too well, and the man himself has done an interview. The man who got 42 kills in map number 1 is just going to tell you a little bit about what's going on and what he thinks mainly of Ocelot.
Okay, so talking about the eNgage event between me and Carlos, I think his biggest strength will be that he will never give up because he's definitely a big competitor. Talking about mine, I would say will be I think my skill and really my fans, because I know they will be like 100% focused with me and we can be a really good team together. So I think it's gonna be pretty easy, honestly. To defeat him and his crew, I will use some tactics, use really like a team play with every player, play as a team and with no fear at all. So we will just run on him and he won't like kill us. It will be pretty easy, I would say. I won't say like I'm gonna carry it on because it's not the point here. I just want to point him out that even if I could like easily win against him, just my fans who will be my teammates will definitely just wreck him. So it will be a real pleasure just to throw a flash for my mates and they will just defeat Carlos, you know, so it's gonna be really good. My expectation will definitely go for a win over there and see you on the battlefield.
Okay, it looks like we're already back into the game. The eNgage Allstars are already 2-0 up.
Yeah, no, this is, they haven't started yet. They haven't started. Don't worry, they haven't started yet.
Okay, that's good.
This is just the warm-up stage, so just going to be running around for a little bit. Obviously, they're Shox basically just talking trash. I don't know who, or if any of you have seen the Twitter post he made, but that was absolutely wonderful. Like, just a little card destroying and knocking something off the table. Had me laughing. I think Ocelot's was pretty good as well. We do have... Richard, be gentle, please. Obviously, pick it up. Yeah, I think I have to agree there. Be a little bit more gentle, because Shox is just destroying them at the moment. He's just been running around, styling. 42 kills in a game. Definitely not something that we were sort of expecting to see. Although, like, it has to be said, we know that he's the best player in the server. It's just the manner that he was doing it was brutal. Like, multiple quad kills. We saw an ace right at the end.
Yeah, I think Shox is...
That's great. You need to always have a good mentality whenever this happens. My boss told me that. Obviously, his boss, for anybody who doesn't know, is Ocelot. So...
yeah, Shox, one of the most decorated players of all time. He was the best player of the year 2009, 2011, and he also won the CS Source World Championships in 2011. And
he's been a
CSGO,
very good player for a long time. Like, at least with Envy, he had some victories, I think, and LDRC. Yeah. So they were doing pretty well. Obviously, that team ended up splitting up. I'm really excited for his current team, because it's the first time we've actually seen Kenny and Shox in the same lineup together, and they have always been like... This is like little team talk really going on from the T. So obviously this is the knife round, so this is to select what side they will be starting on. And
this is hilarious.
Really, guys, come on.
This is hilarious.
Be boosting up. Igor just gonna take the brunt of it. Just happy maybe to draw this knife round. They're gonna try and get Tiny Lady from above. Actually able to as well. My Trepnik with one. Shox not mucking about. I think Neslo actually hasn't bought any Kevlar either. Ocelot has somehow managed to kill himself, which is impressive, and Awesome will finish things off. So, Shox and Fans, they win both knives. They're allowed to get themselves the choice of which side they will start. On a map like Cash, I don't think it particularly matters normally. It just comes down to personal preference. So, you know, not really going to be the worst thing in the world. And actually, Shox is just going to stay on the CT side anyway. So, we are going into map number 2. Obviously, it does mean that the series can be won here and now. I'm not sure if we will play the third map just for the fun of it. So hopefully somebody can let us know about that. And yeah, do you believe? That's what I want to know, Detsy. Do you believe in the comeback? Do you think the Allstars can win?
Oh man, I think the Allstars have to win. They have to win. Bottom line, you know, Shox as amazing of a player as he is kind of like, you know, the one player on their team that's extremely good. So I think they definitely have it in them. The average skill level of the Allstars is very, very high.
Actually, a flawless pistol round. So that is not a bad way to start things off. Igor just running onto the side. I'm hoping that we can see a little bit more.
Shox says, of course, rush B again. We should have known this.
Well, yeah, it said it in the profile, Shox. It has said it in the profile that is what they are planning to do. So you needed to do your research. That's poor in-game leading right there, not doing your research. And I like, look, they're actually going to stack it. This is smart.
Yeah.
They are countering the strategy.
Wow, they're all at B.
This is just clever. They're just basically saying we should have known, and so they've just gone for it. Every single player currently there. Like Triptix eventually gets the kill. It's going to be trades backwards and forwards. However, as the T side look like they are going to be coming out on top, it's only Shox left. The bomb is down. He's sat in the corner. He's hoping that they won't check, and they will. Neslo finishes him off, and they will get that second round. Importantly as well, they don't want to be reset straight away.
Also, the thing is, I think that maybe the All-Stars should kind of switch it up a little bit, right? Why not rush A for one?
Hey, but then it comes into mind games, doesn't it? Like, maybe if they think that we're going to rush A, then we rush B, and then if they think we're rushing B, then we'll rush B again because we're
look at this. So
they're stacking it again.
Shox and Fans, they're all over at B. All of them are over at B. Oh, what are the All-Stars doing here, Tom? What are the All?
Yeah, they're playing that mind game. They've actually come out on top as well. I don't mind this, of course, from the CT side to just gamble. Like, it does come down to the point where it's just like, who is going to mind game who? Like, maybe it could have gone the other way where they went, well, they go B every round, so we'll stack A and see if they go in the other direction. But instead, it's worked out wonderfully. They're going to be able to clean things up. Not really any reason for them to lose a player. Okay, Ocelot, there we go. Takes his time, gets himself the triple. Actually going to be right up the top with his teammates, currently all on 4 kills. And, well, this time, Shox is yet to get a kill on the board. So maybe he was just lucky in the last game, you know? Maybe it's just
yeah, it was just lucky, you know? Just every dog has his day. What is the benefit of just stacking all at B? And what are the weaknesses, I guess, of splitting your team between A and B as a CT?
Well, I suppose there's more players on B. if you have the crossfire, it will work out very nicely. But yeah, stacks basically only used if you have a weak side, or if just very repetitive things begin to happen. The Igor actually able to start things off quite nicely, and the damage already done to Shox does mean that he has to be very careful in the sort of latter stages of the round. They do only have 1 kit on the CT side, and double up T side. I haven't even spotted that out yet. They're doing it again. But I quite like the way that they're doing it as well, because Ocelot's not going aggressive. He's just playing patiently and hoping that somebody goes aggressive to find out information, which on cash is very common. Like, you'll see a lot of players just trying to push and find things out. On the T side, though, they're actually walking into a little bit of a stack even now. There's 3 players currently waiting for them over towards A side. Nice read, but it doesn't matter. Everybody will go down. It was a 3v3 on the site, and they'll come out with all of their players still alive. Ocelot still playing a bit of a lurker role. He's going to lose his life as well. That's an AWP down, so something at least for the CTs to find. I don't think Trifnix will be winning this. Have to be some big mistakes from the Ts. And they actually go aggressively peeking, but Mini... See, the one thing that I have to point out, when you are lagging as bad as Mini is, it's actually better to go for aggressive plays. And the reason being is because...
Why is that?
So when you run, especially at LAN, obviously it doesn't come into consideration, but when you're lagging, if you peek out, because you're a little bit behind, you will see them before they see you. Whereas if you wait, then obviously you have the problem. So it's sort of known as peeker's advantage. So really, Mini just wants to play some of the most aggressive Counter-Strike that he possibly can, just to be able to sort of have a bit of an advantage with his ping. Because otherwise, like in terms of just reaction time, he's going to be instantly slower just because he's got a lesser connection. Now, again, we're seeing triple AWPs on the T side. For anybody who's watching this for genuine Counter-Strike knowledge, which I think you're in the wrong place, do not buy triple AWPs on the T side. It is not a good strategy. It is silly, but it seems to be working at the moment, mainly because they're up against pistols. Nice flick from Igor as well. Definitely looks like he's come to play on this second map. But then again, Mini and Neslo are yet to die. Shox with his Deeg. Actually going to be in on the flank. It looks like Ocelot is going to be waiting for him, and he's going to win the duel this time. No Deagle magic from Shox, and in fact, no magic from anyone on their team. They're all going down at the moment. Not a single okay, there we go. One will come in. Eagle's going to go down, but one of the AWPs will be able to pick that up. I don't think they're going to be able to save the third, which is something. They got so much money.
Tom, okay, so walk me through this. Why is Shox's team doing so poorly this round? They only have 5 kills between all of them, while the Allstars are basically just owning them.
I like this.
So what exactly is going on here? What exactly is going on here?
To be honest, they've not really done anything too special. It's just been the fact that they've been finding the picks. They're winning the aim duels. Ooh, that is a nice flick. Awesome. Absolutely decimating Ocelot in this scenario, but Tiny Lady's able to trade, and this is just what they've been doing. They're not really... Ooh! Oh, go on! Here we go! Tiny Lady through the door. Headshot. Nice stuff. It is going to be Shox, though, pushing back in. He's holding A alone at the moment. He's gambled his team over towards his B side, and that flash is lovely. Completely blinding Tiny Lady. He's just going to be cleaning up. See, this is why you don't talk trash to Shox. Do not talk trash to Shox. He will destroy you. He will take you down, and he'll finish you off. 5-1. They're on the board. And the thing is, like,
Shox and Fans finally picking up a win here.
The thing is with the way that they're playing, because they're investing so much money into AWPs, they've got lots of cash, but it will very easily burn out, because obviously at AWP, 4,750, a lot of money being spent to be able to actually get that weapon in play. And I don't like the fact that the teams just don't buy any nades. They're literally working solely off picks, but it's working. Tiny Lady definitely looking like Cash might be a little bit more of her style of map, especially when you're playing AWP. At least you have to know exactly what angles you're checking. With Cash, that's relatively easy, and you could see there when she goes for the peek, it's actually more of a pre-fire spot rather than her just like sort of being mystical. Like, she knows where she's looking, whereas in the last map she looked a little bit out of place. So see, look, even being commented on. Shox, however, he's gonna be caught out too. Tiny Lady out AWPing Shoxy, and well, now Ecchiavelli. I feel like you have to say that name in a bit of an Italian accent. It doesn't work. Like, Ecchiavelli in my accent does not work. And well, I'm pretty sure he might be the guy who's called over because didn't really check any of his angles there.
Okay, so do you think that this is a start of a new strategy? All ops, no nades?
In professional Counter-Strike?
Yeah, in professional Counter-Strike, isn't it? Are they going to be making a splash here? Are we seeing history in the making?
If it is, it's probably not history I want to be a part of, because this is a dark day for Counter-Strike. Just sheer pick play at the moment. Not really doing anything tactical. And Shox actually gonna be like, he bought up an AWP this round, losing the duel completely. Not really something we expect. He's currently 5-7, definitely not pulling his weight at the moment. I do expect to see more from them on that T side, but hey, eNgage Allstars looking like they are getting ready to take this one over to a third map. Like, not really seeing anything special at the moment. Tiny Lady, that's not a shot you want to miss though. And this is the big problem. When you have so many AWPs in play, an AWP is one of the only weapons that works well when you don't have any armor. Because when you get shot and you don't have armor, your gun goes up. So if you have a rifle and you get shot and your gun goes up, you're not going to hit it. Whereas with an AWP, in most cases, if you miss that first shot, you're sort of dead anyway. So if you don't have armor, it's not really too much of a problem. So I'm kind of hoping they're going to save that.
So that's kind of what Ocelot means when he calls himself the AWP glass cannon, right?
Yeah. If you're glass cannon, it just means you don't have any armor.
Okay.
And that refers to the AWP. And then, obviously, if you're talking about hand cannon, that refers to the Deagle because it's one shot to the face. So people talk about it being like the mini AWP. And, well, a gun I didn't want to see in this game. Chiavelli going down to mini, completely bamboozled as to the position of his opponent. Shox up close. Igor is going to just take him down as well. Just push straight through. And well, it looks like the CTs at the moment don't really have a leg to stand on. But as I say that, 2 kills flashed back. Awesome. Looking for more, but Igor, he's definitely up on this map at least. 9 and 4. Tiny Later will go down. That's an AWP on the floor. I'm kind of hoping that the CT side will not pick that up right now. Not really the right weapon to have in case. And I'm interested by the fact that the bomb is down in main. They're just going to leave that there. Try and take the fights instead. Jaguar with his trusty UMP. Mini. He's got to go for a peek. He waits. Okay. May just about get away with it. Now it's all on to Awesome. He knows what both of these players are. Eagle going for an aggressive peek, but it's the clutch. Awesome picks up 3. Second round on the board. But this is perfect timing to reset that economy for the T's.
Ooh, can Awesome do it?
Alone?
Oh, God. Yeah.
I don't know if he can do it alone. I thought he wasn't going to buy for a second. Does get it in time. Actually going to drop the AK to Shox, who's currently second on the team. We saw him get 42 kills in that first map. 25 in the first half. Currently
You know what?
7-5.
You know what? I'm kind of wondering if this is part of Shox's master plan, right? Where he's giving Ocelot a little shimmer of hope. And then in the third map, he just takes away from him. Or maybe even in this map, he might try to mount an epic comeback. Kind of write his story.
So basically, you're hoping that he will shatter his dreams.
Yeah. The thing is, in the beginning, I was rooting for the Allstars, but I do love a comeback as much as the next guy does, so.
I'm interested by... Wait, so... Igor is currently playing with just a Deagle, even though some of his teammates have 6,500 in the bag. Looking like a little bit of miscommunication has come in there. Oh, never mind! He showed that he can do it as well as Shox can. Takes his head clean off. Only one member left on the site. The rotation has come in. Jaguar with the not be able to do anything. And now it's all to Chiavelli. He's able to get the first. A little bit more, but I don't think there's any hope in this round. The reset will come in. The damage to the economy has been done. And, well, 8 rounds on the board now for eNgage. They're already looking very, very strong on their T side.
So normally in a professional game, is it likely for teams to come back from this much of a point discrepancy?
Yeah, definitely possible. I've seen teams come back from 14-1 on this map.
Wow.
Like, it's not likely. It's just all about resetting your mentality. That's one of the big things that comes in. And, well, especially when you look at individuals, if somebody can make a big play, sometimes that can actually wake up the rest of the team. So, starting things off, we do have Shox getting himself that tasty little headshot. Pick back up. Mini spraying wildly, but still managed to get the pick and even it back up. This is actually a risky force buy that's come in, and Awesome. He's going to get her through the door. After the great start from Tiny Lady, this time she's going to be going down to a 5-7. The power of the pistols prevails. And that leaves 3 players currently in main, but Awesome. He's doing this alone. Picks up a 3rd kill. Doesn't check for Ocelot standing behind him. And, well, maybe I was thinking he could do something there, but it is going to be the shutdown with the pistols. Shox and Fans wake up a little bit. And now they have done a lot of damage to the money. Still going to be double AWP setup. Mini could even buy a 3rd, but he's going to opt to go for an AK. And he's going to be the kinder of the teammates as he actually drops one over as well. Although Neslo isn't really going to have anything to play with in this round. I think he's going to be struggling to actually get anything on the board. Is he just sticking with a Glock? He could have bought another pistol at least. This is not the pistol that you want to be playing with, but I reckon he's hoping that one of his teammates will die and just pick up the weapon.
I guess that's one way to save money, isn't it?
I wouldn't say it's a good way, but it is a way to save money. Trinex and Shox working together. Shox just knocking them down, but Igor will be there to trade. Back to this
that Glock
versus 2.
That Glock didn't work out too well for us.
Yeah, I wouldn't take a Glock versus Shox. You know, doesn't seem to be the case. And eNgage actually gets a double in that round. Not currently bottom of the board. It's actually Chagra down there at the moment. Mini topping the board for his team as well. Even with 152 ping, he's able to pull off some wonder. Now, Shox and Fans starting to look a little bit stronger. Only some pistols this round for the T side. I think they'd be quite hard done by if they come out with an 8-7 in this round. I think they'll be quite disappointed just from being 8-2 up to fall all the way back. But it's definitely possible, especially now that the money starts to build up over on that CT side. They can really get everything going a little bit better. But they still got some pistols. We've seen Igor be quite impressive with his deagle at least. I personally would be going further towards that Tech 9. They are going to be rushing up to the site, and eNgage's already going to be down. That's a bomb plant. Extra money made for this T side. Now, well, retaking with 2 orbs. It's going to be difficult.
And also, we have to remember that this is not a professional Counter-Strike match, right? Like, a lot of the players on the Allstars, they don't even play Counter-Strike themselves. They don't play it primarily. But they come from H1Z1, they come from Call of Duty. So, they're really showing us what sort of skills they can carry over from first-person shooters.
Oh, that was so unlucky. She was so close. 4 kills for Tiny Lady. Was a literal second away from denying Shox from defusing that bomb. Very, very close, but not quite there just yet. But they do now have the chance to break the money for the last round of the CT side. Everything will be invested. The T's still playing double AWPs on that T side. Ocelot actually hasn't been picking it up too much. It's been Tiny Lady who's been the primary AWPer, at least in this one. Awesome. Looking to do a little bit more in this scenario, but over aggressive, actually loses his life. And now once again it's going to be this B side push. Shox looking to try and get him from behind. He will be able to get one. Looking for a second, picks that up as well. Over to the AK. Third, not quite the fourth though, as he gets dunked. Tiny Lady with the Kobe, and now Chagra with the AWP. It's 2 players who've been struggling so far in this game, and it's not going to be the case. Damage done. Back to pistols for the final round for Shox and Fans.
Man, but the thing is that the lead that the Allstars had in the beginning, it's kind of closing, right? I'm not sure exactly what sort of coaching or that Shox is doing as the captain, because they all are in a call together. So they're all kind of planning on a strategy. I'm not sure if maybe they switched it up. They're going for something specific. Do you have any insight on maybe what they're doing differently than they were doing before, Shox and Fans?
In terms of their setups, they're rotating a little bit quicker, I guess, but a lot of this is just the fact that we've seen a slowdown, some aggressive Igor! It just turned on some style points. We'll actually lose his life though, and that's a rifle into the hands of Awesome, which could be deadly. We're gonna see Ripper as well, pushing back around, but he's caught. Not going to be anything, so it's all on to Awesome. 1 versus 1, as he actually gets 2. I didn't even see the second kill come in, but he's got it at least. Mini, at least for the majority of the time, has been the star of the show. I think he's trying to bait things out a little bit, but I'm not really sure why he just ran straight out into the open. 9-6, all in all, not a bad half. I think Shox and Fans would definitely be quite happy with that, considering the original score. And, yeah, definitely see a step up. I think Neslo had his sort of best part of the game on Overpass, hasn't really been the same on this one, and in fact we've seen quite a few players actually go a little bit quiet. Ocelot doing okay, but he's the best player for his team in the last game. Tiny Lady, however, is playing much, much better, and so is Mini as well.
I mean, it basically flipped, right? Because Neslo and also their team, and now Igor, Tiny Lady are at the top, and Mini is very close to their scores as well.
T side, not mucking about. They want to be taking this A side. Normally you see a retake on this site, but actually they're just going to be stacking it. There was 4 players here at the beginning for this CT side. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's been working so far. Pistol 5-7 also picked up from Chagra, which, well, will be 1 shot to the face in any sort of scenario, unlike the Glock, which he originally had. Boost as well, big thrown in. This is a very risky boost to take. Mini actually kills his teammate as well, which is not going to be helping. And the pistol will go back to Shox, which means that they're likely to at least even up that scoreline going forward. But most teams in this scenario will actually force up, buy into these pistols, try and at least hurt the economy of the other side, because the fact is they can't buy in the next round anyway, so they may as well just save up. But this buy from the T's is a little bit ludicrous. They're not going to go with any rifles. They're going to go with flat SMGs. Very aggressive push. Only Mini going to be here, and he is dead before he can even say hello. Out of this round, CT side. I would actually like to see in a normal game that they just keep their pistols and try and do something with them in the next round.
Oh, what exactly is happening to the Allstars here? What exactly is going on here?
I would say that they went for a bit of a gamble.
Okay, and it didn't pay off, obviously.
And, no! Ooh, the push going for knives! Austin's gonna win it. That's an extra $1,500 into his bank account, and also the humiliation of Neslo is gonna help quite a bit. This is the sort of buy that, well, at least the T-buy that we saw in the previous round is something that we occasionally see, I think, Envy do. They've been throwing in quite a lot of SMGs, but it's such a risk reward. For example, if they'd gone A in that round, there was 3 players waiting on the A site, and these SMGs definitely nowhere near as effective as their rifle counterparts. But in this round, there's nothing invested in the CT side. So this is just going to be clean up crew, trying to make as much money as possible. Neslo will at least be able to get one, but okay, at least a bit of damage. The problem is, the likelihood is we're going to see rebuys anyway, but he's actually going to get 3. Okay.
Oh no.
Eagle.
Oh no, it looks...
Oh, that nade is perfect. That is a crazy read from Ripper to just predict that nade. And yeah, Kobe and a half.
So it is going to be 9-all for the team. Somehow, Shox and Fans managed to bring back a 6-point deficit and catch back up with Allstars.
In on the CT side is Triple Orps again. They really do love their AWPs. Igor, oh, starting things off. He's going to finish off Chagra and Shox at the beginning of this round. T side actually getting hurt quite a bit. Tiny Lady's going to be able to escape that Molotov as well. This is not looking good. Maybe the strategy of Triple Ops will work out for them. Tiny Lady at least making things look easy. And Igor, wow. Just one tap. He's 23 and 13 at the moment. Much better game.
Man, it feels kind of pay to win to me, right? Whereas it's like, hey, let's all buy ops. And it seems to be their reoccurring best strategy overall, just to go for, I guess, their best gun. What exactly makes the op so, I guess, interesting for a lot of players? Like, why?
It's one shot.
Yeah.
It's like, there's no
I guess it's the most
weapon.
flashy gun, right? It's the most flashy gun.
That too. I think also a lot of the best players in the world have always been AWPers, so I think people get very excited by the opportunity of an AWP. Ocelot, come on, there we go. He's going to take down 2. Looking for Shox. That's who he really wants to find. And well, Igor just jumping through the vent is going to deny any chance of that happening. Awesome able to trade though, at least bringing things a little bit close, and looked like he was going to try and push through the smoke. Now in this scenario, this is where AWPs become a little bit worrying, because trying to get back into a site with AWPs is very, very difficult.
So at this point, is it better to take out your pistol, or is it better to just do the best you can with the op?
I would say it's better to try and find a weapon on the floor, like try and get that AK, but luckily they've got Neslo who's able to get that first pick, and that makes things so much easier. So Ocelot is going to get himself 3 with that AWP. Still looking pretty good for them. Now, the bomb going down may make things a little bit more interesting for the T's. That's obviously every single player on the other side gets $800 extra for the bomb plant. So $4,000 split between them. And because of that, they will actually be able to buy in this round. It does show how crucial these bomb plants really can be. Ichiavelli still trying to push forward with that P90. I don't agree with him, but we'll see if he could actually pull anything off. And Igor actually doesn't have any head armor, so maybe that can work out, because obviously with an SMG, normally it's not one shot to the face, but if you don't have head armor, you're not protected.
Do you think that Shox has been a lot more passive than he was, say, in the first round, right? Or in the first series? Because The thing was that we saw him just run in willy-nilly and go kind of for tiny ladies YOLO play, but now he's been not as aggressive. He's been pretty passive, hasn't he?
I think a lot of it has come down to the fact that Igor has been playing a lot better and has just been stopping him a lot of the time. Like, he hasn't been able to get away with as much. Ocelot burns awesome down, but they're still going to be at a disadvantage in this round trying to get themselves back in. They do both have kits, but, well, we've already seen that they have a lack of investment in utility, and this is where incendiary grenades normally come quite useful. You throw them into the sort of back corners of the site, you can clear positions without actually having to run around them, whereas in this sort of scenario, basically, if the T's play this smart and just wait, there's no way that the C's will win this. Ocelot, okay. Okay, gets the second as well. He does have a kit. Jaguar just going to be trying to play this smart, and he does. That's a really nice round from him, making sure that his team win that round and bring it back to 11-10. So,
do you think the Ocelot could have? Do you think Ocelot could have taken another approach there? Do you think he went for the defuse a little bit too early?
No. I think what he did, because he didn't go for the defuse, what he did was he tapped the bomb.
Oh, okay.
So that then his opponent peeks. The problem is that he had 3 players to find. He got the first 2, which is very good anyway. But the problem is he didn't have time to do that. So he could have just held the defuse and hoped that he would get it, but not this time. And well, now we are going to see just this is aggressive Shox. He's found Igor, the player who's been shutting him down most of the time, already taking a lot of control over towards Highway, and because of that, he's just going to be able to bait out both of these remaining players. He's sort of using his teammates here to just catch out the remaining off guard. Ocelot not getting anything done, and it looks like Shox has decided for this round at least, he's just going to kill everyone.
Shox, I think he has been maybe pulling his punches a little bit, because maybe felt a little bit bad that they were getting wrecked a little bit too hard there.
Someone stole it. He was literally 1 bullet there from getting the ace. Not gonna work. 11-11 CT economy. It's gonna be hurting. Now, obviously in this sort of scenario, Shox and Fans, if they win this one, they have won the series. So,
yep,
is looking like. Well, Shox actually said at the beginning this is going to be a 2-0, so maybe it got a little bit too close for comfort. He decided to wreck them. Tiny Lady actually able to pick off the offer at mid, but here goes Shox again. Okay, a little bit of a misspray, but rectifies it, and, well, triple kill for him. Makes his way back to the top of the board, 25 kills. Does have to be mentioned, in the last game he got 25 kills in the first half, so he isn't quite as bad as it was before, where he was just destroying everybody, but he's still up there. Awesome, I have to say, has been doing very well, and Igor, yeah, much better performance. I think everybody, other than maybe Neslo, has improved in this map. I think Neslo was doing much better on Overpass, which can actually be down again to, he's one of the players playing with, obviously, ping, and this is a much more pug-style map, where you're sort of just this, especially in this scenario, it's going to be down to aim. Whereas in Overpass, there's a lot more crevices, a lot more places you can hide and be a little bit more tactical. Now, we're actually seeing a smoke and some nades thrown out, which is not something we've seen too often at all. Neslo spraying wildly, but still able to pick up one. Shox, well, this is sheer aggro. Just cleans up two, leaving just Igor. Maybe Shox's food is ready or something, and he wants to go get his pizza. So he's just decided, okay, I'm gonna just turn back on the snowball. Don't know what that means.
Oh, the snowball. I think what he means is that, Shox and Fans, they were 6 points behind at one point. I believe it was 2-8. And now they're just snowballing their wins like crazy. They now take a 2-point lead against the Allstars. I'm not sure what exactly the Allstars needs to do in order to get back. Do you think, as counter-terrorist, what sort of strategy would you do in a position where you're down, I guess?
When against this Shox and Fans team, I think you need to have more mid control. Like in this round, at least they only have pistols, so it's not really too much you can hope to achieve. But they've been just giving up mid so easily to Shox. He's been able to walk up highway. However, this round they're actually doing quite a bit of damage. Already picking up a couple of kills. Neslo's managed to get one. Awesome, however, we'll close things up. But yeah, in middle at least, if you give up that control, it enables you to be able to split either through the vents onto the B site, Or if you see what Shox has been doing, he's just been running straight down mid and then turning right up the highway and then just basically making it very difficult for all the players on A. Now, I'm going to cut myself off because once again, we have the quad or strategy, which is very easily countered by just running and gunning. If you go aggressive, it's just so difficult. Or by that. Or by Shox just taking your head clean off. That is a very good counter to the AWP. Neslo, see, this is what I mean, though. He's sort of stuck between two positions because, again, Shox is just going to push up behind him. They've thrown this smoke just to be able to push through it. Like, it's almost as if a sort of deniability. Shox is just, he just runs straight past Neslo. Actually going to be able to get two, so not checking his corners. But at the same time, they do have the bomb down. Now, these two players are the two currently sat at the bottom of the board, and Ocelot and Mini definitely had their moments, so somewhat potential for the retake. The bomb, not really the best part in the world. It sort of needs to be a little bit further towards Ichiavelli for that to be a good plant, and I think he's blind. It can't see anybody as they try to push back in. Mini is going to be able to take him down to the 1 versus 1. Chagra with 3 kills already in this round. He's going to make it the 4th. 15-11. Shox and Fans one round away, and they've taken this series.
1 round away. 1 round away. Coming back from a 6-point deficit. I think that the Allstars are in a ton of trouble. I actually can't see the Allstars managing to come back from this. It looks like Shox and Fans, they picked up whatever strategy they had, whatever gameplay they had from the very first series, and they are bringing their A game once again. They were a little bit slow in this one, but quite quickly, as Oslo said, they have snowballed.
Speak of the man, and he should have here manages to get a 2nd kill for himself. He's actually looking at somebody through the wall. Maybe he's turned his hacks on just for the last couple of rounds. Actually, he's going to get himself a 3rd kill, so maybe that is the case. Ichiavelli, 9 and 21 at the moment. He'd need to let that say 13 if he's going to be able to take this round. Tease with plenty of money. Chagra, in fact, with $16,000 in the bank, the maximum you can have. So I don't think they're going to have any trouble buying, but Ocelot is there. Quad kill for him. Big round, securing themselves at least 1 more, keeping them alive in this map. He's 24 and 20 as well, so still performing to a decent standard. Awesome currently has 10 assists. Now, this is something that happens to me quite often. It's just painful. It's not fun. He's still got 26 kills as well, so he's performing well. Very close to actually taking the top of the scoreboard off of Shox, so maybe somebody needs to sign this guy up. If you can outperform the French wizard, then maybe there's something there for you.
But I'm quite happy here. It doesn't look like the Allstars have given up hope. They are putting up a good match, just building off the momentum, but from winning the last round.
Still that same case though. Shox just able to take so much control into middle. I think this may be the end. Tiny Lady and Mini going to be the ones left to try and hold on to this. Looking for a pick. Actually, maybe handed one. Awesome. Going to go overly aggressive. Giving them a good chance to actually get back into this round. Both players currently sat over towards pod. Now, this is a risky sort of peek to take. I think Tiny Lady may have spotted Shox. I'm going to go for the boost.
No.
And
Coming down to the wire.
the map has just changed.
It looks like Shox. It looks like Shox and Fans have won. Yeah, it looks like Shox and Fans have won. Tiny Lady was the last player on the team, but Tiny Lady wasn't able to bring it back. Shox with his previous 2-0 prediction as the wizard, it comes true.
Wow. I think we are going to be going over to that 3rd map, so I think that means it is done, but there's still a little bit of hope for them to at least do some damage in the end. Now,
they have to redeem themselves, right?
For a second, I think we should again throw it over to a little interview. I think this time we will be running with Tiny Lady, and we'll see what she has to say.
No, I actually been preparing a little, yeah. I was training my AK skills since we're not big friends. Yeah. Yeah, because I am AVP. Well, I always play AVP, and every team I go, it's AVP. So yeah, TK and me, we'll never get along together. But now it's better. So watch out. I am not sure. I am not sure what to expect since I don't know the other players as well. Like, it's just yeah, we're gonna wait during the match to see. I am always aggressive. I like to go on the front, so I definitely gonna do that. Yeah, try to get the entry frags is always my objective. Yeah. Oh hell yeah, Shox is my object. Like, go for him, kill him. Oh, that's for sure. Ocelot there with a magic stick. He's gonna kill them all. It actually did improve since I can't play as much as before, but it really inspired me to keep going because I think one day I might be her coach on CSGO. She's gonna be, instead of Kenya, she's gonna be Missy S or something. She's gonna be good. Watch your back, because I'm coming for it. That's all I have to say.
Well, I didn't prepare for it specifically, but I was playing with my team the whole time, so of course I will be prepared. Well, since I am the in-game leader in our team anyway, I think it will be the best role fitting my in-game style. So yeah, I'm ready to take that role. Of course, besides leading the team with my awesome tactics, I wanna show up and do something for my own game. So I'm probably gonna be the guy behind the entry fragger and do all the frags he won't do. I don't actually really know who's gonna carry. Of course, I expect myself to be on the top of the scoreboard since I'm the most experienced one of the players, but anything can happen, you never know. I think it depends who is gonna cover the B sides. If Shox is not covering the B sides, it's most likely we will win. And if Shox is on the B side, it might will be an interesting best of 3. Shox, don't even try to hold our B rushes.
Hey guys, welcome back. That was a very interesting insight from Tiny Lady and Igor. I, for one, am very interested in, maybe check out Tiny Lady later, seeing what her stream's like, seeing her play some very solid Counter-Strike, as she is a streamer under G2A Academy. But before that, we are going to tell you once again about the eNgage trial pack. So this event is made possible by not only eNgage, but also G2, Echo Fox, and also Arctic Gaming. And we are offering you a free trial pack. So 2 cans, one of each can, of Disengage and eNgage. So one of these is a focus drink that helps you concentrate and also gets you energized, while Disengage, the green one, it helps you focus, but also calm down. So you can sign up for it here. Go to the link underneath our Twitch stream, and you can go ahead and put in your information, your address, your name, and we will send it to you free of charge. So that's free cans and also free shipping. And if that doesn't work, I believe that our website is a little bit overloaded at the moment. You can go ahead and send a private message, or just go ahead and whisper to GG United TV. So just go ahead and whisper us here or send us a message, and we will go ahead and make sure that those trial cans get to you.
Yeah, I might have to do that actually. Get myself some drinks, I'm not. That was one thing I didn't have time to get when I was running during the interview to get to the bathroom. But yeah, we do actually have a third map coming up for you relatively shortly. Of course, we have had a look at most of the profiles. We've been through the interviews as well, so you have seen what everybody has to say. But really now it gets down to pride. Like, we've seen some close games. It hasn't been as dominant anywhere near as, well, some would have thought, especially with Shox in the server. Didn't have his best game, and you could already see he's already talking that trash in the server. He's writing down, we ready for that 3-0. This is the map that Ocelot said he wanted to play. He was like, in his interview, well, I'm going to be picking the map. I'm going to go for Dust. And, do you know what? I think this could be the one. Maybe this could be the one. Like, already winning. Maybe we'll see a little bit more BM. from this Shox and Fans side, because realistically, they have no reason to play this one. They have already won, so you know.
I mean, even though they've already won, I think that the pride on the line is still very there. Because even if, say, Shox and Fans, if they lose this round, Shox is never going to give it up, right? And Ocelot is never going to forget that. He's probably going to have nightmares for at least a few weeks after that. So I think taking at least just one series from Shox and Fans will be a huge feat, and it'll help Ocelot sleep at night.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem as well, though, is that in terms of French Counter-Strike, just in general, Dust 2 is a very, very good map for them. We've seen G2 in general, like the old iteration. We haven't seen, obviously, Dust 2 not in the pool anymore in terms of competitive maps. It's been taken out, but before that happened with the old G2, where we had Smith, Shox, Scream, RPK, and Body, this was their best map by a long margin. Like, they were very, very good. They were very scary on this map. And one of the reasons they were actually able to win some of their tournaments, such as ECS, was because of maps like this, where teams were willing to play them, and it was one that they were just able to take. They were able to be very, very competitive on. It was a map where we saw Smiths, obviously now coach of G2, still have very strong performances, even though he had sort of faded off a little bit on other maps. And obviously, well, if your best player, who obviously in G2 has always been Shox, at least in that roster, then you have to talk about the idea that he's going to be confident. Like, he's going to be confident no matter what. Obviously, it's Shox, but he's going to be very confident on this map. We've already seen him say it in the chat. This is his map. This is sort of his hometown. It's probably like, after not being able to play it in competitive, this is like a nice little break for him, just heading back home to a map that he knows and loves very, very well. And I'm excited. I'm excited.
And what about... Oh, wow.
Ocelot just used a pistol in the knife round.
Jesus. Typical Ocelot, right?
He's already cheating.
Typical Ocelot. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this map is one of the most popular maps, if not the most popular map.
I think it is.
What about
It's the most popular map.
What about for, say, a more casual player or a player who's not from Strike, like Mini? Do you think that this map is maybe harder than Overpass or some of the other maps out there?
This is the reason this map is so popular, is because it is very, very easy to learn. It is basic in terms of the way that you play it. Obviously, you have each site with only really one way to get there, or well, two, I suppose, if you include sort of mid ducking back around. So in terms of learning the map, it's very, very basic, and normally the CTs, they just have to sort of wait in positions, maybe try and challenge mid a little bit, and well, you can see Igor has just tried to challenge mid, but the man waiting for him will be Shox, and he's going to pick up the second as well. In fact, make that the third kill, because his teammate has already got the entry onto the B site. This is very much an aggro map, and well, Shox, yeah, I think he's feeling at home at the moment. Told you, my man. Oh,
is it me, or does it feel that Shox, even with the pistol, it feels like he's holding an op?
Oh, he is one of the few people who is just a god with pretty much everything in this game. He is, yeah, I feel like I'm tooting his horn a little bit too much, but at the same time, it's worthy. Shots, rifle, already picked up 2. They're trying to force this one up on the CT side, at least do a little bit of damage with these pistols. That's a wonderful shot from Igor, trying to hold off the cross as the remaining players make their way onto the site, going for a complete, but not going to be able to pick anything up with the jumping shots. Thank God. Don't want any more of that in Counter-Strike. It's already ridiculous enough that it is, and well, Ripper, he's able to pick up Tiny Lady with
It looks like the experience is really coming through here, right? Because all of Shox and Fans, they are all dedicated Counter-Strike players, so it seems like their experience is really showing through. I'm not sure exactly how the Allstars are going to have to approach this, because I guess the experience disadvantage is a huge concern, is it not?
Yeah, well, especially in a map like this, where it is going to come down to raw aim. Where things become very difficult. Now, maybe that could work a little bit for Nesla, because he does have an FPS background, so that could work a little bit better for him, because in terms of like map knowledge and strategy and things that may be a little bit more difficult for someone who is not involved in Counter-Strike, this map is one that you can pick up very, very easily. I think it's, even though it's not in the pool anymore, it is still the quickest map to queue. If you just go queue all the maps, the likelihood is you will end up on Dust 2. It is such a popular map. I'm really looking forward to how they're actually going to change it and revamp it, because I do think it's necessary. And it's sort of proven by the fact that when we talk about this map, there's very little strategy, because there hasn't been anything new on this map in a long time. Neslo, close, gets away with 2 there. We've still got double orbs actually on this CT side, and one of the biggest problems is this B site. Retaking B is one of the most difficult sites to retake in the whole game, if not the. And the biggest problem with it, at least in this round, is they have orbs to try and retake it with. So it is going to have to be mistakes from the CT side, or from the T side, sorry, as they defend this. Both pushing through window as well, and it's just suicidal. And you can already see just they're trying to get themselves back in. Well, looked like he had a chance for just a moment there, but already 4-0 start. Shox and Fans able to.
I mean, if you just look at the kill difference between the teams, right? The eNgage Allstars, they only have 6 measly kills between the 5 of them, while Shox, he has 8 alone. So Shox, oh man, I feel like it's 1v5 right now, or even 1v5 might be more fair than what we're normally used to.
Ocelot just got his revenge. The 1v1 to Shox. They have gone for minimal investment. I think it's a little bit early to start talking about numbers, just because the pistol and follow-up normally make the score look very misleading, but they still lost the first round as well, so that is where things become a little bit more worrying. And even with sort of 1v, it is more going to be about pride. I don't think there's too much he can do, but Chagra actually gives him quite a lot of chances to get back into this. Tiny Lady with another. Maybe this could be the help. I'm looking at Mini with the Nova. Finally seeing a little bit of style in play. We've got a shotgun. I'm hoping that he can find somebody with his gun. I'm almost tempted to just watch his POV. But the T's kind of ruining the fun here by throwing all these Molotovs down. Go on, Mini. Go for something ballsy. I want to see a little bit of craziness. Doing too much. Damage done. Still has his Nova in play. Can't really get too close to them, but this gun does have a little bit more range than people may expect. It shouldn't do, but unfortunately he's just going to be going with the pistol, and I'm disappointed. I want to see the Nova in play. That was for overpass.
Ocelot is laughing it off here. Okay, so it looks like they're going for the 2 op strategy this time. So 2 ops and 3 AKs.
There's 5.
Oh! Wait. Sorry, I was looking at Shox and Fans. Yeah, 5 ops for the Allstars. This is their signature move.
4 now.
5 ops. Oh my god. I mean, basically at this point, they're just giving ops over to Shox and Fans, right?
But the thing is that they don't really need them on the T side. It seems. An AWP in every single position. Neslo will be able to get 1, but it's quickly traded out. Actually going to go for the B split, walking into Tiny Lady. She has a chance, hits the flick, but Ripper will be able to survive. And he's going to go pushing in, and well, Ocelot caught with his pants down. Not able to do anything. I suppose if he's not wearing clothes, then he can't really be caught with his pants down, but still.
I mean, even if he doesn't have clothes on, he'll certainly have a scarf on. He's known as the man of scarves.
Maybe a scarf and a leaf.
A scarf and a leaf, or just 2 scarves, right?
You should never have picked us 2. Well, I feel like Shox feeling pretty confident. Awesome is actually yet to die. We're in round 7. He has 7 kills. Not dying at all. Going for a
Tiny Lady with just a pistol this round. It looked like she ran out of money there.
Okay, Ocelot. He's going to be finding 1. Takes down Shox again. Eva goes for the repeat on 1 HP. Ballsy stuff. That's really sneaky. Going to have more pushes down mid than probably ever expect to see in a game. Really looking for this mid control at the moment. Ripper going to be able to do the damage with the tech time. Nice shot from Eagle with the scout. He's actually going to try and follow it up. He can't connect. And well, the 5-7's just that little bit better. Top mid control has been taken by Tiny Lady, but the problem is the bomb is already down on the B site. Mini is questioning whether it's worth actually going for the push through the smoke. Doesn't seem like he's going to be able to find too much in this scenario.
Ooh. Looks like they're down to their last few members here. gonna come down to this tiny lady? Oh my goodness. Okay, so what does tiny lady have to do here? What does tiny lady have to
She's
do here,
already
Tom?
lost the round.
Oh
The
my
bomb's
God.
going off. Looking to try and at least save a weapon. The AWP is behind her. Don't think she realizes.
Okay.
So that's at least something. She'll be able to
Oh,
save
wow.
that, bring that into the next round. And also, she'll be able to afford one of her own. So she's actually going to hand one to Ocelot. They'll pick up a second scout for Igor, but it still seems like they're going for a few too many scopes. 7-0.
But she didn't find it, right? Yeah, but okay, so it looks
She
like
did find
she
it.
doesn't. Oh, okay, I see. So
She picked one up
she,
and then
so
bought another
she
one.
bought one. She bought one. I see. Okay. I mean, at this point, I'm almost convinced that Tiny Lady just spawns with an op for some reason, right?
But
I
that
think
doesn't
she's
seem
just
to
had an
matter.
op almost every single round.
Oh, it doesn't seem like they can do very much with them. That's the big problem.
Yeah, 7-0.
They've lost a lot of map control already. Short is gone. Also pushing Ocelot down. Tiny Lady's still watching mid, but in the meantime, everybody's dead. I wonder if communication is a bit of a problem at the moment, as she seems to be checking angles, which she has no right to check at this point.
Exactly.
Bomb is already
and
down. They should have
Bomb's
spotted
already
it.
down
ages
over
ago.
there. And then there's someone over there at the spawn, right? Who
Oh,
is
come
that?
on, Igor. He's gonna give up and go for the nade. It will work
Yeah.
as well. That's something
I'm
at
not
least.
sure. I'm not sure exactly what Tiny Lady is trying to do here.
Saving.
Yeah, I guess just saving her weapon, huh? She sure knows it's over.
Yeah, it's sort of one of those situations where she was just too slow to actually react. We are actually going to see Igor still doing damage at least.
Oh!
Catches one. Shox is also going to take down Tiny Lady as well, so she's
That
not
is
even
so
going to get to keep the
unfortunate.
AWP. 8-0. Shox showing no mercy.
Okay, so what do you think the Allstars can do if there's any chance of a miracle, any chance of a comeback? What exactly do they need to do? What line do the Allstars need to take?
Stop peeking mid. That'll probably be a good start. They've been challenging a little bit too often and losing man advantage very, very early in the game. Igor still buying the scout every round. That's another thing. They've just been buying everything, hoping that they can pull this off with an absolute miracle. Smokes. That was like 2-3 smokes that were thrown there, and it still hasn't managed to cover off the position that they actually wanted to cover. So it looks like they need to practice their nades. And Igor, well, he's still going to be missing the shot. Neslo, so close to getting a kill, doing a lot of damage. And now Shox, peering over the smoke. Picks off one in the form of Mini. Igor goes down as well, jumps, and without a second thought, he is wrecked. And well, the remaining players don't even look like they're really going for this. Ocelot trying to peek out, but they're all being caught one by one. And Tiny Lady at least gets a pick. That will be an AWP for her to save once again. But other than that, it's looking pretty hopeless at this point.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a player who loves the op more than Tiny Lady does. She'll go to any lengths to save her op. Any lengths to get her hands on an op. Any lengths to save one. Well, let's see if she will be able to get through this, holding on to that gun.
Well, T-side are going on the hunt. Really expecting them to find her though. Position is quite unorthodox, just hiding in the tunnels themselves rather than falling back to T-spawn, which is the much more common of the two.
Especially with an op, right?
Yeah, I think it's just most of the time people try and get as far away as possible. But it doesn't seem to be working too well. Again, going to be challenging towards mid. But the T's just seem to be quite happy to take long control. And Ocelot, well, he goes for the peek and loses his life very early on in this round. He's just going to be a spectator after only being alive for about 10 seconds. Neslo with one. And still going to be a second player peeking. This is quite a risky angle to try and take. And Neslo's going to be missing the shot. He doesn't have any armor, so he needs to connect this soon. Igor going very aggressive up middle at the moment, but, well, Shox in from behind. He's going to deny any chance of that. Neslo actually still alive in this corner. The problem is, though, they have actually got nobody on B. And Shox, this is just going to be cruel. I think he's hoping that that smoke was a little bit further over, but they will be able to see him. And he's going to be getting ready, just waiting for them to walk past him, and he'll go for the flashbang and then but how does he get away with that? Oh, that's ridiculous. so lucky, and Mini has got to be absolutely kicking himself that he doesn't get that kill.
Okay, once again, 10-0.
No.
The Shox and Fans currently. The Allstars are getting destroyed.
There's 6 AWPs in the game at the moment. 3 on either side. It's all kick playing. Well, awesome. Just absolutely wrecking at the moment. He's 12-2. Igor not having so much luck. It's actually Ocelot at the top of the team again. Mini 1-10. Yeah, this is sort of his worst case scenario. These sort of maps. Okay, Tiny Lady able to survive a little bit longer than she probably should have done, but the B site has already been taken. It looks like Shox is going for the ultimate BM here. End this map on a 16-0. That will be the final nail in the coffin of Ocelot.
I mean, after this, also going to uninstall Counter-Strike. Oh, man. So, what do you think exactly? What are the reasons for Allstars not being able to pick up any single round?
Well, they've gone. The thing is, they've picked the most aim-based map that's currently in the game.
Okay.
And they're playing against people who are just better. So it's sort of one of those scenarios where they wanted to go for something unorthodox that maybe that they wouldn't have practiced too much. Like I would have said like a Nuke or an Inferno, where
like
a lot of players are not particularly good on that map. But the fact is, this map is so simple that it's just coming down to aim, pre-fire spots that are very well known by anybody who plays Counter-Strike. Like every single Counter-Strike player knows how to play this map, and that shot is just filthy. Shox, well, he knows how to play this map very, very well. Currently 21-5. Back to what we saw at Overpass, and this is just absolute destruction at this point. The fact is, Ichiavelli has 3 kills, and he doesn't even need to do anything. He's just been walking around the map.
So, do you think that the eNgage Allstars, they would have had a much easier time even on a newer map, say like Canals?
Well, I suppose that if they're allowed to pick that, like, I suppose this isn't in the map pool either. Have they gone for 5 AWPs again? Yeah,
my
Canals would have
God.
been interesting. Yeah, they shouldn't have known how to play it. Mini, actually going to be able to win this. This means there was 8 AWPs. I wonder if we'll ever see the 10 AWPs, just every single player
Oh
in
man,
in
that's
the
exactly what
server
I'm
with
waiting
AWP.
for. I'm waiting for that. They should all just save up their money, just go for a pistol round, and then just everyone get off.
That's
Oh!
actually, or maybe it's happening. Is this going to be it? Neslo stepping up, looking to try and get a little bit more. Shox is already dead, so nothing he can do. It's all going to be a 1. They're on the board. No, 16-0 this time for Shox and Fans. eNgage
And look at
Allstars
that.
will be getting 1.
Neslo, the comeback. Shox with a sad frowny face. I mean, the thing is, 1 win is the beginning of a comeback. Neslo's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I would say that that's like finding out that the light at the end of the tunnel is a train. I don't see them finding anything in this sort of round. Igor is going to be the only man to try and do something here. He's already gone down. They do have a little bit of support. It's going to be Tiny Lady trying to find something, but Shox has had enough. He's not happy that they've got a round, so he's run into the site, started things off with 2, and he's actually going to go aggressive. Something that you wouldn't really see them do in a professional match. Actually going to be completely missing his shots, though. Maybe there's a glimmer of hope, but well, already looking like they're just being cleaned up. Mini will be able to get 1 into the site, but with 3 players left, both players holding AWPs, chances are very, very slim that Mini will fall with the rest of them. 13-1. The comeback is short and sweet, and already we'll have another round on the board.
I mean, basically that round was Ops versus the AK-47s, right? It's a really weird dynamics. I don't think I've ever seen that in Counter-Strike before. Just like one team having 1 gun and then the other team having another gun.
I think I've seen SK once bring out 5 AWPs on the CT side. I think that was on Mirage.
And how was that?
And it actually worked. It worked, but they didn't pick all of the AWPs back up at the end of the round. They lost a few players, so they just basically carried on with a more normal setup. But that only comes in when you are just trying to basically BM your opponent. You're just trying to put them down at the end of a game and just say, okay, we can do whatever we want and still beat you. Whereas in this scenario, it looks like eNgage Allstars are trying this as a legitimate strategy, and it does not work. In this round, at least, though, they are looking like they're in a pretty good situation. Obviously, with Awesome still alive, it's still possible for them to actually bring this one back. That smoke has left a gap in it once again. So it will be a good chance for them to actually catch somebody on the cross. Ocelot is going to be the one that we want to be looking at. He will. Nice reactions from him to catch that one. Now Awesome is alone. 1 versus 4. We'll be able to get the first. Now, there's a couple of low players currently at the moment. Nade not going to be doing too much. Fakes out, but Neslo, again, reaction shot. Able to pick up another. So they get 2. Something at least. But if they don't win the pistol, this game is over.
Oh, man. I don't know. It's kind of funny. Like, the players are saying great half. Is that sarcastic, Tom? Is that sarcastic?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I found that just really funny. Just in the midst of being down 11 points, everyone was still some pretty good manners there. Yeah, but once again, for people just tuning in, you don't know what's going on. This is Shox, along with 4 fans, versus Ocelot on the eNgage Allstars, along with 4 professional players from other games that he handpicked himself. And this is the third match, but the first 2 have already been won by Shox and Fans. And it looks like this is going to be following the same.
Pointing out that every pistol that they've had, we've seen a rush B.
Okay.
Every single one.
A little bit predictable, I guess, huh?
I say it's worked every time. Ocelot actually able to get a couple of kills into this B site. Shox going to be the first line of defense, trying to hold off any other trades. Tiny Lady actually going to drop the bomb. Missed shot from Shox though, but still able to combine. And actually going to go pushing back in. That was a bit of a silly play to make, but it doesn't seem to matter. They're getting flanked from behind. Eagle going for the knife. You don't want to do that, but okay, Neslo. He has some sanity. We'll be able to pick up another. So, Shox and Fans likely to have to... Igor, he wants that knife. That's going to be the big thing. If he manages to knife Shox, that will be the one way that you could say that this was a little bit of a victory.
Oh my god. Yeah, so it's getting a little bit closer here. This is the beginning of a comeback, for sure. This is the real comeback. The other comeback was just a warm-up comeback. Igor looking at this wonderful knife that he picked up. Okay, so it looks like all the CT Shox and Fans are gathering over at A. Allstars are losing members pretty quickly. I'm not sure what the plan is.
Yeah, this is actually very worrying. They're losing to straight up pistols at the moment. Echiavelli's managed to get himself a rifle. The bomb is stuck in middle as well, which isn't going to be helping out the remaining players. Neslo, that is a horrible smoke, but it's actually worked out for him because Ripple will peek into the angle. The only problem is now, Echiavelli has found himself the bomb. Now he has 4 kills in total in this game.
Yeah, I think that he is the weakest player out of all of them.
This is his chance, though. This is his chance to really show what he can do. 1 versus 1. He has the bomb, knows where it is. I think Neslo will have an idea.
Oh no, what's going on here?
Can he hit the shot? That's the big question. Crosshair a little bit low, but he will do it. Even with 4 kills, Shox and Fans are able to prevail with a 5th or 6th. No, yeah, 5th on the board. Tiny Lady actually very, very quiet. And yeah, that was an eco round, so that is going to be very painful for the T side. Not a round you want to be losing. The comeback has been slowed down. And
what an unlikely, what an unlikely kill there for Echiavelli. You know, the hero that Shox and Fans are waiting for in the final moment. Just trying to close out this game, not letting the Allstars get too far ahead or any chance of a comeback from the Allstars. Shox and Fans, he seems to be doing pretty well here. Yeah, I'm not sure what Mini's doing over here.
So I think that the strategy that the T's really need to go for at the moment is not go to Shox. Like, you found out where he was. Just go the other way. And that's actually what the remaining players are doing. Ripper, however, doesn't seem to realize that they've actually taken over mid control. So he's completely given up the B site. He's getting a lot of information for his team, but the problem is they're just going to walk into B. So this will actually be a decent scenario. The problem is, once again, double AWP setup. They're going to have to find the pick, and Ripper just running back towards the site. He should be dead. Yep, Mini going to be able to find that kill. Now Shox. Again, first man coming back in. Jaguar hoping that somebody will try and cross back over towards that tunnel area. Isn't going to be happening, and actually they're going to pick off Shox as well. So now it's all onto Jaguar. Doesn't have a kit. It looks like the T's may actually do what they said they did at the beginning of the round and take this one back. But there's the peak. Jaguar gets one. Igo now the only one left alive. Looking to try and finish this one out for his team. Kit has been found. He's going to go for the no-scope. Both players actually missing the shot. Switching over to that pistol, but Eagle will get it. No-scope for him. Third kill in this round. And eNgage Allstars will survive a little bit longer.
A little bit of funny reaction there from Shaw. eNgage Allstars, so they're behind by 9 points. This is certainly a doable thing. I'm not sure if they can maybe regroup, come up with some sort of plan. Maybe even try to cheese out Shox and Fans. Yeah, they definitely need to find something though. Ocelot really wants to win this, even though it seems very unlikely right now.
Neslo's just killed his teammate Eagle going for the knife kill. Chiavelli actually going to be able to get another one as well. That's
Neslo pretty slick with Neslo pretty slick with his aim.
Nice kill. Catching the player from behind. They're actually going to go falling back towards long. It's quite clever, really, because if you kill the player on the flank, the likelihood is that there's not going to be another player over towards that B side. So just falling back, making sure that they have the map control. But looking like they're just trying to bait them in a little bit. Ripper going to be up close. They've stayed over towards A. The CTs have got the right read. He will come out. Ocelot able to get one. Shox is left blind, but it's actually Jaguar able to pick up one, looking for the second, gets it as well. It's all going to be on Shox to finish things off, get this kill. Oh, is he going to play a few little games? Playing with his food once again, and eventually will finish that frag, winning once more with pistols. And, well, that will be 15-5. Not going well.
That was some really nice shooting there from Nestle, though. I'm really impressed by...
We did kill his teammate.
Well, yeah, he did kill his teammate, but ignoring that fact, pretty impressive shooting overall. He's just really good at peeking, checking his corners. You can tell that he's very experienced.
Oh, here we go. Chiavelli, P90, spraying away, gets himself two. This may just be the end of everything. Shox and Fans, they're looking to close this out in a 3-0 fashion. Ocelot, he is the last one left, and that will be it. We are finished. Shox and Fans have taken this. Shox, he is calling that it was easy, but I feel like Cash was a little bit closer than he probably would have liked. But yeah, that's pretty much us done and dusted. Obviously, we can still give a little bit more of a shout out to eNgage, of course. Have to say thank you to them for pretty much just running everything for us today, getting us all the overlays, and of course, they've got their new drink coming out. I think if you don't... Like, to be honest, me telling you to go buy a drink, then I could say that you're calling me a sub. Me telling you that you can go get this drink for free, like, why not? That's the way I look at it. If you don't like it, you don't have to drink it. If you do, it's free.
And for those of you who are interested in getting and trying free eNgage products, go ahead and sign up using the link below the stream. You can basically just put down your name and address, and you'll get 1 can of the red eNgage, which is the one that will help you energize and focus. And also disengage, the green can, which will help you focus, but calm down rather than get energized. And both of these are extremely good. They don't make you feel sick like some of the other energy drinks do. You know, sometimes when I drink one of the more popular
brands
energy
that
drinks,
shall not be named.
Yeah, brand that shall not be named. I feel really bad after it, and it just doesn't go down
Could you say
well.
maybe it gives you wings in your stomach?
It gives me monsters.
Oh, that was
in
even
my
worse.
wings. In my wings. Yeah, there you go. But this does not make me feel sick. And, there's a reason that not only G2, but also Echo Fox and Arctic Gaming, they've all endorsed this new product. And I think that this is going to be the next big thing. So go ahead and enter to get your free trial of eNgage. This is available for everyone who lives in the UK, and only one per household. So if you want to cheat the system, you can maybe get your mother's address or your grandfather's address.
We may actually have an interview though, so that's going to be a little bit more interesting. First person to join, of course, is Carlos, and I don't know how's he going to be here. How did that feel? I feel like at least in Dust 2, you got destroyed.
I got absolutely demolished. There was nothing fun about it.
Hello?
We were just saying to Carlos, how does it
Listen.
feel to be destroyed on Dust 2?
But the problem
Hey,
here is
Shox,
that
welcome
if Shox would have been low HP, I would have been able to actually knife him before he knifed me. So actually, technically, that's my teammate's fault, right? That I got knifed.
So what you're saying is you're blaming the Allstars. That's the problem.
Absolutely. You called it Allstars, but you should have said that they're Allstars from different games. Because motherfuckers are exactly like me. They can't hit anything.
So, Shox, was it as easy as you thought it would be? Did they put up a bit of a better fight, or was it just plain sailing?
Oh yeah, definitely it was really easy. I mean, we just let them like 10 rounds for the 2 first map, because otherwise it won't be fun for the viewers, But in the last, we were hungry and wanted to eat, so we just be more fast.
Okay, and what about the second map there?
Yeah, what about Cash? That came pretty
What about the
close.
second map there? It was also very slow, right, in the beginning. Were you eating something, Shox, or you're just playing with one hand there?
No, it's just they are playing like with 5 up like every time. So
Yeah,
what
who,
can
who
you
came
do?
up with that, Carlos? Who came up with the 5-orb strategy?
You
Was
know,
you or Tiny Lady?
I would actually love to say that it was a team decision, but let's be honest here. No. Actually, funny enough, everyone we didn't even make a call. Everyone just bought the fucking MVP at the same time.
And it didn't happen only once, right? It happened every single round. Whenever you guys had the money, everyone was playing with ops.
Literally everyone trying to hit any shots with the op. My eyeballs were just popping out because no one was hitting anything. Shox was rushing without even flashing or anything, destroying everyone. Whatever, man.
So
I think
what?
there is one key thing to remember tonight.
No.
That
No.
I knifed him.
No.
And
No.
it was a real big pleasure. Because I think a lot of people don't really have the chance to knife their boss, So I had it, and it was really, really like a big pleasure. Like I'm gonna sleep like so well tonight.
Oh,
like a
man.
baby.
Speaking of sleeping, Carlos, are you gonna have nightmares tonight? Are you gonna have nightmares losing to Shox 3 maps?
Look, I mean, I was obviously gonna lose. I was obviously gonna get destroyed, and actually, on the back of my mind, I was sure I was gonna get knifed. Okay, so all that was in my books. But what I saw in Overpass when I tried to pick with the AVP, I swear to God, I didn't see anyone in front of me. Motherfucker killed me without seeing me with the deagle. I couldn't even find my corpse. He tilted me off the face of Earth. Up until that moment, I was having fun. I was, enjoying myself.
You got him back though.
He sent me to Dust 2.
Dust 2, you did the same thing.
Yeah, but it's not the same because I was actually seeing him and he was seeing me. He wasn't as fast.
So are we gonna get like a rematch on like League of Legends or like World of Warcraft? See if Shox can beat you there.
It comes to a point where the old man with wrinkles is no longer good. That he beats the kind of more energetic young boy,
I mean,
And Shox is now that guy.
I agree. I think Carlos will be better at reading some boots than player.
God fucking damn it! I'm just making you look good.
Oh god.
No, but that's fine for me. Like you have about this. I know. I mean, if I one-on-one you talent middle, I know like I'm gonna rip you again, and I don't want you to cry. You know, like every day.
I mean, I'm sure that I don't speak for myself that I would love first of a series, you know, Ocelot versus Shox. Not, it doesn't have to be Counter-Strike, right? As soon as it could be other games.
In League of Legends, no, I'm playing the cool boss right here. I'm playing the cool friend here, but if I pick one of the champions I remember, like Oriana or some shit,
Okay.
there's literally like I'm telling you, I bet all my money, bet all Ocelot, literally zero chance I die once in 10.
Okay, be
in 10
careful.
one-on-ones.
Okay, I want to try it because I want to be rich as fuck.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
So you're gonna transfer the ownership of G2 over to Shox if you lose.
I
a
think
single
that this
stock.
needs to be like a second. I think we should
He
just
said-
we
he
should
said one
leave
death,
this here.
one death,
One death,
okay.
one
Yeah.
death.
I'm gonna say, come on, let's gank him. 5-on-1, okay? And then I'm gonna split the money with my mates, and we all gonna be rich. And that's it.
Oh,
That's a pretty
feels
good
man.
plan.
Feels good.
That's a pretty good plan. Hey guys, it was actually really fun, man. I had a lot of fun up until I died from that one dig. It was good 15 minutes of fun.
Thanks so much, guys. Both of you are not only the two of my favorite members on G2, but two of my favorite people in esports in general. You know, Ocelot, we were talking last year when my show, The Bridge, the very first episode, right? You're talking about your scarves. So we've come quite a long way from there, and I just loved the energy that you guys brought today. Thank you so much for putting on this show match and having everyone here bring us all together.
It was really fun, man. And
Yeah.
thank you, Shox. I know I'm gonna tell you something, okay? Is it no. This is actually a cool thing. Is it truth? You know, it's really hard to get kind of pro players of this level of Shox. I mean, of our team, to kind of put, you know,
Their
even
time.
30 minutes into playing with fans and spending time with them. And he was here like a champ for 4 hours straight. Seriously, Shox, you're the man.
Shoxy, we love you, man.
Yeah, no problem. I love you all. Let's make a big hug.
Oh, he hug.
A big virtual
so
hug. No.
warm.
I'm gonna actually watch the stream. Can we actually see your faces?
No.
No.
Oh, okay, doesn't matter. I
Next
want a
time.
virtual hug. Virtual hug. Okay, 3, 2, 1. I'm actually doing the virtual hug right now.
Oh, me too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Me
threw a
too.
kiss in there. I hope that was okay.
All right, guys. You're awesome.
Thanks, guys. We'll catch you guys again soon, definitely.
Goodbye,
All
guys.
See you guys.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
Also, thank you so much for everyone who has been with us here for this epic show match. And also, thanks again to eNgage for hosting this event. If you haven't got your free trial pack yet and you live in the UK or the EU, go ahead below our stream. You can sign up for it. Limited 1 per household. And you can trial this new product, this new focus drink that is all the hype right now. I think that it will be one of the biggest drinks, maybe 6 months, a year from now. So get yours now for free. And also, thank you so much for Tom, because once again, I am a Counter-Strike noob. So without you, we wouldn't have been able to even talk about the games whatsoever.
We mustn't forget as well, like all the teams that took part. Like we got to say thank you to
Yeah.
G2, Echo Fox, Arctic, not forgetting the fans who actually joined in, the fans at home, obviously.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure. But I think we've taken away enough of your time. Don't forget about eNgage,
Exactly.
of course. They've been absolutely brilliant for throwing this all together,
Yep.
the players and everything. But it is time to end
Yeah.
tonight.
Go ahead and give us a follow here, and also look forward to maybe some more events we'll have in the future like this. So just keep up with us on the social media, keep up with G2, and I'm pretty sure that we will have some sort of event like this once again, because it's been so fun. And Ocelot, Shox, they have been amazing sports, taking time out of their busy schedules to come provide an entertaining show match for us all.
Okay, and on that note, that is it. Goodbye, guys.
See you
We'll
guys.
see you soon.
Bye.